know when the whistle go. Know when the whistle go.
Got an old coat for a pillow, and the earth was last night's bed. I don't know where I'm going, only God knows where I've been. I'm a devil on the run, a six-gun lover, a candle in the wind. Yeah!
Sweet dreams are to disagree. Traveled the world, seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome in, welcome in. I have a great show for y'all tonight. Let's see. What's up, Mr. Terry? How you doing tonight, sir? Oh, Mr. Dave Newland, how you doing too? What's up, gentlemen? We are doing good. What's up, Rick? I'm waiting on that. It's coming. Hey, Rick, it's actually live. If you go on to Facebook, go on to Left Lane with Lefty, and it's live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good evening to you, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad you're doing good. Are you broke down? I know you said something about being broke down, and I hope you ain't broke down. So, what we got going on tonight, I got two special guests. They're both sitting in the back. I've actually met this gentleman over at the bottom. Well, I've seen him at other places, just never really got to meet him. And I actually got to meet him over at the Bottomley Farms truck show. And we actually got to sit down and laugh a little bit, joke around, and he's a really nice guy. His name is VINNE Brown. He is the CEO of Bullsnot. So I will be bringing him on here in a second. I'm just trying to get through the comments real quick, make sure everybody's doing good. What's up, Glenn Clay? You just seen your truck roll by in the video, didn't you? So, sir, the truck looks good. I looked at your other photos. They're looking good there too. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. What'd you say, Terry? Terry says, nope, still not fixed ready. Oh, still has the truck stop light on. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That really bites. That bites. What's up? How you doing? Hold on. That's Malachi. What's up, Malachi? Good evening, sir. Another brother of the highway. Yes, sir. I'm glad to see you. You stopped in. Let's see. We got quite a few now. They're really popping in. All right. So I'm going to go back over here to my other banner, which actually gives us a little more on looks. Nope. Hang on. Nope. We're not doing that one. We'll go back over here. There we go. Now we'll put everything back in perspective. So as you guys can see, I got videos on two different platforms, and I'm pulling the videos out and trying to bring them in. But the gentleman that I got here is, like I said, is VINNE Brown. He is the CEO of Bullsnot, and he's the founder and, as they call him, the mad scientist. But, you know, I like to make him smile, make him feel good. But, yeah, he's trying to really get it out there and help the drivers and give us stuff to clean our trucks, make our trucks look good, help us out in our daily life in the truck. So I'm going to bring him on and let him go ahead with his deal. on what he wants to tell us about his products and what's going on with him and maybe where they're headed. But he also brought a friend of his, which is a very good guy that we all do know. He brought along a friend. So I will have that friend come on in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and bring Mr. Van Brown in. Well, how you doing, Mr. Van Brown? Nice to see you, sir.
You too, Lefty. How are you doing, brother?
I am doing good, sir. I am doing good. So
Good.
you're in the middle of traveling, ain't you?
Oh my goodness, that's all I've been doing is traveling.
Time for a break, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's just so much fun being on the road and meeting all the people that I talk to on Facebook or connected to on Facebook, and then finally getting to meet them in person. And it feels like you've been friends for years, even though you've just met for the first time because of all the communications, interactions you had through social media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. I mean, we're on everything from even TikTok and YouTube. So we're trying to get the word out. But with our products, you know as well as I do, Lefty, the proof is in the can. If somebody ever uses it, they understand the technology instantly. It doesn't need an explanation if they use it for the first time. And every one of our products is designed around 15 seconds, which means, we'll let the chemicals do the work for you. From the glass cleaner, which was the first one I developed, is, it's not only will it clean glass without leaving a film, but it was designed to be a love bug remover from the very beginning. That's what I was trying to accomplish. And turns out I made the best dead burn glass cleaner.
You made the best glass cleaner and bug remover because I have seen some of the videos. I have used it on some of the bugs that have been on the grill of my truck. And I mean, and all you do is just spray it on, let it sit for about 15, 20 seconds, and then take a rag and you wipe. You don't have to scrub, just wipe. And I'm like, wow, hold on, this guy just made a miracle. Where did he? I got to get some more of this.
It's kind of crazy that will remove any organic material. I don't care if it's bugs, bird droppings, even pine tar resin. You can have pine tar resin running down your windows and rivers. Spray it, leave it 15 seconds, take a paper towel at this point and just wipe it. It's coming off. You don't have to scrub even, and everybody knows how hard pine tar resin is. Well, just remove pine tar resin with ease. And also, if you use it in the kitchen, it'll blow your mind because cooking oil, bacon grease, spaghetti sauce, everything's organic. You just spray it on there and leave it 15 seconds, wipe it off, no streaks. And
I mean, it's amazing stuff. I've used it around the house, just trying to figure out what it wouldn't work on. And I mean, it works even on the wall. I had some stuff from where my mom has cooked in the kitchen. So I said, well, let me see what this will do. I'm trying to put it through a torture test. So I sprayed it on the grease and let it sit for a few minutes and then wipe it. And I'm sitting there going, all right, well, this stuff's going to take the paint off.
No,
it didn't even take the paint. I mean, it took the grease completely off, no residue, but it didn't even hurt the paint. I was like,
nope, it won't.
Mad scientist.
And that's on drywall. You can have it on grease on drywall, just regular paint, spray it on top of it. You think there's no way in the world it's going to work. It'll work. It'll pull the grease off the drywall and won't hurt the paint or drywall either one. It's safe for all surfaces. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's you paint on your truck, your stainless steel, your chromes, aluminum, doesn't matter.
And what he's talking about, guys, is this right here, visible, right there.
No streaks guaranteed.
This stuff right here is a miracle in a can.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite product because it's my first one I developed as aerosol. It took a long time to do. I mean, I'm not going to kid.
I mean, because you were telling me. I mean, the first one was 2 years to develop this.
2 years,
and then from then on going up, it's been like 2, 4, now 6. Coming up with all the different stuff that you got. And I do like and I've used this on my chains. And I have a fifth wheel and a gooseneck ball in my truck.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, this right here, the greasable. Oh man, it don't take much, just a little bit on it. And it's just like unbelievable. I mean,
That one took 4 years. That's my
4
longest
years.
one that I really didn't think I was ever going to get that developed. Doc Blackman, I don't know if you're friends with him on Facebook, and Tony Justice.
Yep,
They
I'm friends with Tony. I talk to Tony every time I get a chance to get over to the truck shows, and I catch him, and I got a few pictures of him, being, Tony.
Tony,
He's being Tony,
he's a real guy.
pure at heart, because he likes to give everybody a hug, shake their hands, see how you're doing. It's not, oh, well, hey, I'm just doing this because I'm a singer, I'm a truck driver. No. Tony, pure at heart, he has more fun sitting there signing autographs to the kids and hanging out with them and getting pictures with them than he does anything else. I think if he had a job just getting autographs and pictures with kids, he would do it. He'd be like, I'm done. I got my new job.
He would. I mean, Tony's probably the most appreciative musician you've ever met in your life. I mean, he would sing the same if he had one person listen to him or if he had 20,000 people listen to him. He puts just as much heart into it because he values every one of his, people that appreciate his music as much as I value every single customer that buys Bull Snot. I mean, I don't care. I take just as much joy selling one can as much as I do a whole truckload. There's the same joy because I'm trying to make people's lives easier and better. And that's what it's all about. I mean, and just like the Greasable, what everybody wanted.
I think I need to bring in this other gentleman. It looks like he might be trying to go to sleep on us.
He might. He might
be.
He's been on to do that.
Well, I don't want to leave him out here. Everybody, this next gentleman I'm bringing in, you all know him. He's kind of famous. I won't say much, but I mean, he's the man. Welcome.
One out of every 3 people in the United States knows who he is.
Only 3 people?
1 out of 3. If you take
1 out of 3 people know
there's a national poll done, and 1 out of every 3 people in the United States knows who he is.
Nice. It's nice to have that kind of recognition.
Yeah, but it took us 2 hours to eat a 30-minute supper tonight. It's because he had signed autographs that long.
Wow.
But we didn't have to pay for it.
Hey, well, that's the good thing. That's what counts. You didn't have to pay for it. I will bring this gentleman on. Welcome, Mr. Mountain Man. How you doing, Mr. Tim? How are you doing, sir?
Hey, Tim, we can't see you, buddy.
I think he went to sleep.
There he is.
There he is. He's moving now.
Hey, everybody, Mountain Man here. I was just fooling.
Oh, he was playing with us. He's making us think he was sleeping.
Can you hear me?
He may be having technical difficulty. I
Yeah.
may need to go.
Yeah,
We
can hear you.
breaking up a little bit, Tim.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Man,
Yeah, here.
can
Let
y'all
me go.
hear me?
Let me go help him, and
You
I'll
go help
get
him real quick.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll go ahead and do a little commercial break real quick.
It's breaking
I'll go to
up.
these.
It's breaking
All right,
up.
we're gonna cut over to a commercial real quick. There. Let's do this while they fix it.
Some call me a renegade, the enemy. Throw your hands up if you feel the same. Oh, living life at the edge. Just say what you wanna say, or walk away. I stand tall when there's hell to pay. Ain't no power higher. We're the outlaws and outsiders. I was born in the dark with a fearless heart and a taste for the other side. I was a crazy ass kid, all the shit I did, I'm amazed that I'm still alive. They thought I'd change with a little bit of age, but you know I never will. It takes too much time to walk a straight line. I don't have time.
All right, everybody. I guess we're still having technical difficulties with Mountain Man. So while Mr. Van's in there trying to get him fixed and getting him the good signal. Let's see. Someone else brought in a comment. What's the comment now? Let's see. I am doing good, Alicia. I am doing very good. Doing very good tonight. I've actually got Mr. Van Brown on here for Bull Snot, and we have Mountain Man if we can get his phone working. But I know it's the way things work and technical difficulties with them being out on the road, and we got to take the good with the bad. But I want it to be a good show for them and be able to get what they need, and have a little fun with Mountain Man, and because I was told I was going to get picked on because I couldn't hold a fishing pole with two hands and reel it in. So we're gonna have a little fun with that. Yeah, it's very exciting. Oh, Terry, it's in the mail. It's in the mail, Terry. There we go. I think we got Mountain Man. He's coming back. All right, they're working on that in the background. I'm looking at it. So we'll do one more video, and then we'll go ahead and we'll kick it back over. All right, let's go to the other side. I got another good video. Where is it at? It is over here. Where'd it go? Yeah, I got this one here. Look at him. He popped back in. He's doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, he's doing great. Well, let's check on Mountain Man. Make sure he's doing good. Let's see how he works.
Well, I got him on Wi-Fi. That's the best I can do.
All righty. Well, he's black on my end. Hold on. Because I can see it when he froze up. All righty. We'll let you go ahead and do a little bit, and we'll get him fixed here in a minute.
Yep. And hey, can Tim hear us, Lefty?
Yeah, he can hear you if he can hear you.
Well, he probably needs to close it down. Right. He needs to close it down and sign back in. So just give me 1 second.
Not a problem. We'll jump to something else real quick. Yep.
Okay. Hey, you just share it then. No, yours will work.
I can't hear what he's saying.
No, all you gotta do is shut it down.
Yeah, I can hear the sound. It's picking up real good. So I'll switch it back over to this one. No, get off of that one. We're not doing that. There we go. We'll put it back on the main. There you go. That's the way we're looking at it. Why? Hold on. Let me answer this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Rick. Hello, sir. Oh, it's already started. If you go on Facebook and look at Left Lane with Lefty, put it in your search bar up there, and you'll find me, and we are live. Yes, sir. That if you can't find it there, you can go to YouTube and look for Left Lane with Lefty, all one word. Either way. All right, I can do that. Yes, sir. All right. I got some people that are having troubles trying to find the show, so we're good. I will pull Mr. Van out for a minute, and we'll go up here. And Mr. Jim, I guess you're going to be. Well, no. Let's see. Who do we have? Yeah. There we go. Come on. I guess we'll do a Jim video real quick. All righty. So let's see. All right, here we go. I guess Mr. Mountain Man's going to get on Mr. Vans. Well, how you doing there, Mountain Man? Now we got you. All right, both going to share.
Get out of the way. Hey, we're here, buddy. How you doing, Terry?
I'm doing good. You doing all right today?
Yes.
I know you happen to hang out with him. It kind of be stressful.
It's very stressful. This man here, he will aggravate you to no end. But you gotta love him. He's all right.
Yeah, he's a really nice, good guy, and he's funny. He makes a funny moment out of everything. So you can't go wrong with that. If you got a friend that can make you laugh all the time, hey, you never have a dull moment in your life.
There you go. I agree. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Tim make you laugh all the time too. Just don't play pull my finger with him.
Oh no.
We don't want to go there. We ain't going there.
I learned from that. I used to play pull the finger, and they actually pulled the arm. So I mean, hey, you got to be careful because they can actually pull too hard.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It wasn't me.
I bet. No, everything's good. Everything's good. You gotta love Bull's Nut products. We got them in the old Bass Pro Shop, at least degrees of bull. And Bumgar's carrying it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bumgar's.
107 stores.
That's right. And,
nice.
We're happy.
And working on Tractor Supply. That's our next
Tractor
Supply. So your next stop is Tractor Supply. So where do you have your product at now?
It's in TA and Petros nationwide. I mean, I stopped in a bunch of TAs and Petros on the way here. We're in Searcy, Arkansas for the American Trucker Jubilee with Lee Owens. And there's going to be Bill Weaver's going to be down here singing. And we've got Holly and
I know Bill Weaver. Oh, that man can sing too. He's got some good songs I like.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be here. Taylor Barker's going to be here. David Michaels is going to be here. So they've got a pretty good music lineup, and it's going to be a good time for everybody. So everybody, if you're in Searcy, Arkansas, stop in and see this guy, and stop in and see all the trucks, and get ready for a great show. I mean, we're other than cold and windy, it's just been that's been the biggest issue about
the cold and the wind.
Oh yeah, I got out of the truck. Genius here remembered his coat. Forgot mine. I was out there freezing my butt off when we was get out there to set up. And as a good friend that Tim is, he did not offer to share his coat at all. Zero. He said,
it was just room enough for one person. and if it would have been a lady or you'd looked a little better, maybe he could have shared.
It might have been a different story.
Might have been.
So he just let me stay out there and freeze, like a good friend would do,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the way we do things,
But anyway,
one for all and all for just me. Yeah.
Yeah. But to get back to your question, we're in a select pilot and flying J's. They elected to do a pretty much a test market before they went national across the board. Another major supply or truck stop chain that I can't mention yet, but you know exactly who they are because we all love them. There you go. Yeah, March 1st. There will be in all of those. Then we will be. We're in a ton of independents, and the independents we've got great distributors. Any truck stop in the United States that wants to carry bull snot, all they got to do is contact either their Linko Products representative or highway distributing representative, and they cover 100% of area, all of them. So if your local truck stop doesn't have it, all you got to do is tell them contact Linko or highway, and they can have it next week. It's that simple, easy.
Nice.
Nice. And they are great distributors. We have plenty of inventory. Back in the middle of the summer, we had a little bit of issues with steel cans. There's national steel shortage.
Steel shortage, yeah.
It's affecting everybody, me included. And I had a little hiccup for about 6 weeks. We worked through that. Now I've got Oh goodness, I got over 100,000 cans of each one of my products now. I've got plenty of inventory, and I've
Nice.
got more, and I'm still making. And so don't worry about that. I'm still making.
All right,
Um,
everybody. He's not running out anytime soon, so we're good.
no, we're good.
Buy as much as you can. He ain't running
Yeah.
out.
But to get back to what we was talking about on the bull snot,
Hmm.
the easiest way, my product sells itself, but somebody has to try it to understand it. I mean, it's that simple. Like the odor killer, I've got a ton of police forces, state patrols, used car dealers, all using the blastable to kill odors because it doesn't mask the odor. It
No, it's
actually
got
destroys it.
like a pine sol lemon smell to it.
It's got a fir tree smells what I put
It's
in there.
like,
But I didn't know when I originally designed it, had no smell whatsoever. And people was like, I can't tell I sprayed any such thing. So I said, what scent do you want? I could put a scent in anything. And
mm,
everybody wanted a cedar, so I put a cedar scent in. But that's not what's doing the work. What it does is take large odor molecules. Say you got a log chain, it's got 100 links in it. And that would be
mm,
like cigarette smoke. Classic
yeah,
example. That's
yeah.
what you're smelling is acrolein. That's a big, large molecule, and it goes in and cuts that 100 link log chain into individual links, and then you have elements, and it's gone. You can't smell it. I mean, I even used it on Mountain Man. It worked. I mean,
Was that the first test to make sure it worked?
that was when
Mountain Man?
yeah, that's when he was caught a bunch of fish, and he had that fish smell all over him, and he couldn't stand to put him in the truck. You just spray him down with it. So, but anyways, it's been great. But Tim, he's the biggest skeptical there is. I mean, there's for those who don't know, Mountain Man's name is Tim Girardi, is his name,
Yeah.
and he put me through the ringer before he'd ever put his name behind him.
Yep. Got to, you don't want to get a bad name. I get a lot of people coming to me with products, and some are good, and some of them not so good. And well, once you get a product that don't work, your name's behind it. They don't want to believe nothing you say then. So so far, he's been right on key with all his.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he's come up with some excellent products, and like I said, I smelt when I used I used a little bit of the blastable to see what it smelled like, and I mean, it had a real nice, refreshing, smell to it. I even did it with my mom, and I sprayed it for her, and she goes, "Oh, I could buy a couple of 100 cans of this and just put it in her room, and she'd live in there." But it when it passes that kind of test, because she can't smell, but she can smell the smell of the scent. It really makes a whole lot of difference. She goes, that opens it up. I can smell. I don't smell the odors, and the bad thing is I use some in my mom's car because my mom is a smoker. I am a smoker too, but I don't smoke nowhere near as bad as she does. But we used it in her car, and within an hour, there was no more cigarette smell, no odors, and it was like everything I use, it succeeds the limit that I expect that it should be at, and it's over exceeded that. It's gone to a whole nother level. So whatever you're doing and what you're putting together, it is working so well that the only products I want in my house is the Bull Snot products. I mean, I can get rid of Windex, I can get rid of the Comet, I can get rid of all the other stuff. We'll just keep this. And then if I need to shine something up when people come over, I just grab the tire shine and we're good.
Yeah. Well, all the products it's kind of different the way I approach everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've worked on everything from making plastics out of corn, which I was one of the founders of that, to even worked on astronaut suits. I've done all kind of crazy stuff over the years. But all the products actually are developed through conversations with truckers. I ask truckers, what do you need that you don't have? And when they tell me, then I go to work on it. And then, I've got my posse, which is 11 old school truck drivers now.
Uh-huh.
They evaluate everything, critique it. I mean, just kick me in the shin, call me bad names. And I mean, they just are real critical on the products until they're happy. I'm not happy. But that feedback is what I have to have because I know the issue I'm trying to address because truckers tell me what they want. what the issue is and what they want to address. And then I send it to my posse. They evaluate it way before anybody else has a chance to see it. And based on their comments, then I, make adjustments, continue to evaluate it until I can send it to them, and all of them say it's the best they've ever tried. Once I have that, then I go through the registration process and bring it to market in whole 9 yards. Just like I got 3 products coming out in January.
All right.
One of them you actually got to see, which was the waxable.
Yep.
It is a spray wax. It'll blow your mind on this one. It took me all of last year, the whole year, when I couldn't travel, had nothing but lab time. That's when I worked on the waxable. Okay.
Which is that right there.
That's it. Now that one. Yep, that's it. Now let me tell you how you use it. Now this is where it gets really crazy. You remember my 15-second rule?
Yeah.
On this one, truckers, it could take 4 or 5 hours to really wax a truck.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it really does take some time to make them shine. And
Used to. Now you can do it in under an hour, because what you do is you spray it on the truck. You take a rag and you smear it. And that's exactly what I want you to do. I don't want you to try to take it off. I want you to even it out. Smear it. Wait 15 seconds. Get a brand new microfiber towel. Because you never take off what you put on. That's the biggest fallacy that everybody gets into. They want to use the same one that they put on with to take off with. You can't do that. You cannot do that. What you put on with is going to continue to get more saturated, and you're actually going to be able to extend the wax all the way around your truck. And so wait 15 seconds, wipe it off, and you can walk up to it, and it's like a mirror. It's truly going to be, and it'll bead water as good as anything you've ever seen in your life. But it takes 15 seconds now to wax your truck. And that's what's the beauty of that product is.
Yeah, because it says right on it, accelerated detail wax.
And it really is accelerated. Have you ever seen a wax you can put on, leave 15 seconds, take off?
No.
You haven't?
No, I've dealt with waxes you have to leave on 10 to 20 minutes to make sure it's, dry. And then you have to go through there and then buff it off. And then you get your shine, but then you still get a swirl mark.
No, but there's no buffing on this. All you do truly is wipe it off. You don't have to buff it. It will leave 0 white particles, 0 smears, nothing. 15 seconds, wipe it off, and then you can comb your hair in it. It is crazy.
Wow.
It's my second favorite product I've ever developed. And with all the products I developed, that says a lot. The glass cleaner, bar none, is my favorite product ever developed. I've never seen anything like it. It just blows me away.
And this right here is your
that one second. It blows
second
me
best.
Even though the greaseable took longer, that product crazy. It's wax on the next level. That's how good it is.
I'm just everything. Like I said, everything you got has a purpose and then some. Just like the wax, it has a purpose, but to come up with something that you can put on 15 seconds, and all you're doing is you're basically smearing it, and you're just putting a thin coat. You're not wanting to push too hard and make it, indented into the paint, and then you're wanting to come back with a regular microfiber towel.
That's it.
And just lightly wipe it off.
Yep, that's it. And
I don't know. I think your mind is dangerous to be around.
I've heard that before.
I don't know. I mean, if you're coming up with stuff this easy, you're going to make it easy to where people ain't the buffers and the polishes are going to go, well, you need us. You got bull snot. He's got chrome polish and everything else. Well, that'll be the next thing they'll sit there and have to come up with.
But you got to think about what is the whole purpose of the company. The purpose of the company is to make truck drivers' lives easier, not harder, easier. And that's the whole purpose of everything I do.
Hang on, real quick. I know I'm not trying to cut in, but this is something major. All right. Carla Williams says there's a crash on I-80 in Wyoming, westbound, mile marker 56. Left lane is open. Everybody pay attention. That's in the Wyoming area, over in that area around mile marker 56. There's been a crash. Left lane is the only thing that's open. So just give you all a heads up right now. So just let y'all know.
Well, they should have known left lane was open for left lane with.
Well, you know, they had to leave it open for left lane with lefty. You know, got to be able to keep them in the left lane. You're right.
You should know that.
Well, you know, I didn't read into it that far, but yes.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna tell you about the other two new products. Then Tim's got some questions for you, so we got to get to those.
And anybody else that's in here watching, got any comments? Throw them up. I mean, any questions you want to ask these guys about anything, throw it up.
Okay. The other two products is Dashable. Dashable, anything that's plastic. You know, I was talking about your computer the other day.
Yeah.
Anything that's plastic, it will protect it from dust and finger smudges and everything, just like the tire butter or the shinable tire butter protects the wheels from dust and dirt sticking to it. Well, the Dashable is for your interior. Anything that's plastic, it does the exact same thing. And
really,
it pushes the dust away. You can clean the interior of a truck with an air hose. I mean, just open the other door, get on this side. Psh, as long as you treated that dash and the instrument cluster with the Dashable, it'll blow your mind. And I like, for every product I make, I try to put a fragrance in to make the experience more pleasant for everybody using aerosol. So for me, I got as close as I could to Juicy Fruit. Remember Juicy Fruit chewing gum?
Yes, and
that's what it smells like.
Really?
I've always wanted to develop one that smelled like Juicy Fruit, and that's pretty doggone close. So, but it'll blow you away at how great it works. And it's not going to be slick like people put Armor All on the dash on plastic and things all the way across the dash, one side to the other, and that greasy feel and all that. You ain't going to have any of that. It is truly something that protects and conditions all your interior. But
it don't leave you the oily residue like Armor All or Wet Shine or anything like that.
None of that.
Man.
So it's good. I'm gonna send you some. You're gonna you'll be impressed. Right. And then Hideable is my third one. In two years, I developed 3 products. I mean, I am fast. I mean, shoot, I'm fast.
You're moving. You already got 6. I got 6 of your product now, and then you got 3 more. So that gives you 9. 9 in the matter of how many years?
It actually is 10 products.
Oh, 10 products.
Years. Yep, I got 10 products in 7 years. And so, I guess it just takes time. I mean, putting bull snot out on something is like signing my name. I will not put out anything that I'm not proud of. I just won't. But the Hideable is the third one, and that's a leather cleaner and conditioner. And it's not slick. You're not going to slide out of your seat like you would if you did some
Armor All something, or rawhide leather shine. Yeah.
And it ain't going to transfer you to clothes. That's what I hated about some of the other ones. You put it on your seat, it's slick, and then it transfers you clothes because it's based off silicone oil.
Like and then you got a residue on your back of your shirt. Next thing you know, it looks like you've been sweating all day, and you really ain't done that.
And you won't have that. Just like with mine. That's the reason tire butter it's based off of polymers, and that's the reason you have no sling.
Yeah, I know, because I can grab it, and it don't leave an oily residue or anything. It's slick, but it's not on my fingers slick. But whatever I put it on, it's smooth and slick.
Yeah, it's dry.
And it's got a nice shine to it. It's like, I was like, how did he ever figure that out?
There's a trick to that a lot of my customers need to know on the tire butter.
Mm-hmm.
Because it absorbs into the tire and protects the tires from UV rays, keeps it from splitting and all that. You spray it, put the first coat on, you spray it, leave it 15 seconds, let the tire butter raise up the road grime, dirt, brake dust off your tires. Wipe, and after 15 seconds, wipe it, leave it alone for 30 minutes or maybe even a little longer, whatever you want to. Come back and put a top coat on it that will bond to the coat that's already there, and it'll be shiny. A lot of people want the matte finish, and if they want the matte finish, one coat done, leave it alone. It's going to repel dirt. It's going to do a beautiful job. But if you want shiny, wait 30 minutes, put the top coat on, and it'll be really shiny. So it's all depends on what you want. The truck shows that they know that. because they want it. They do want it shiny, so I tell them what to do. Put one coat on, leave it alone.
Leave it alone, let it sit for 30 minutes, and then put the second coat on, and then you got your miracle.
Yep, and it's even going to repel dirt even more. And so,
wow.
But the one that I love was a guy I've never met him. We're friends on Facebook. Sent me an invite, and it's Richard McDaniels. He owns trucks that go into quarries, dump buckets.
All right.
And he didn't. I had no idea he's going to do this. He applied bull snot the way it's supposed to on his tires. He drove in and out of a quarry 4 times a day for 3 weeks, and then went out there and dusted his tires with a dry rag, and they looked great. And I was like, if I could survive that test, enough said.
Yeah. I mean, rock quarries get real nasty, dry, dusty, and it turns everything to a white chalk, your wheels. And then if you're in there when it's muddy and wet, it's got a gray, like a paste to it. And it leaves that film around your tires. I mean,
and you won't find
me running into rock quarries and stuff like I do around here, and what I've done before when I was driving truck. I mean, it's hard to find something that would take that off, or like a hard clay. Especially running here in Tennessee, you got that hard dark red clay that when it sticks, it's stuck. It takes you almost a pressure washer to get it off your boots. Now just imagine getting stuck with 40,000 pounds on the rear, and you're sitting there getting it all over your tires and pushing down on it. Now you just packed it in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've sat there with a pressure washer and a scrub brush for over 2 hours scrubbing that off my tires, and it's hard. That's another hard substance to get off. But if you can put that on there, and then I can get it on and take a water hose and hose it down or wipe it off, you can't beat this product. You can't beat it.
It's that easy. Hey, Tim's got the questions for he won't answer you. No, because I've been talking. He's going to sleep on me. You better.
No, move on.
He's only been snoring for half this time.
So what do you got, Mr. Tim?
Well, Lefty. I guess they call you Lefty because you got.
Listen to
I say. Well,
yes, sir.
I hear you hunt a lot. How do you shoot a shotgun? Hunt?
Yes, I do hunt. When I hold the shotgun, I hold it to my shoulder, and with this arm being as strong as it is, I hold it up and I hold it this way. I don't even have nothing else to hold it or prop it, unless I'm having to do precision hunting, precise shot. I mean, most of the time when you're hunting, you're usually using bird shot or quail shot. You got a scatter shot. So long as you can hold it steady and keep it in 90% of your range of what you're aiming, you can shoot it. And that's the way I hold my rifles. All right. Now, if it's something that I have to have like a 223 and it's a single shot and it's got to be dead on, then every once in a while I'll set it up in between a V of a tree, or I'll get a tripod and set it on the end of that.
That's for a rifle. You do that?
Yeah, for a rifle.
Oh, I see. I used to take my gun to get him worked on. His old man, he's had one arm. I think he was a lefty as well, but he could fix a gun better than anybody in town. And he had vices set up on benches or on the side of a wall to where he could break down a shotgun, any kind of gun in 30 seconds to 2 minutes, have every part laying right there on the table. And he was really good for one arm. It's just a matter of how he had everything set up. And another question is, you fish?
Yep.
Do you go fishing? How do you?
I use a open face reel, and that's a lot easier to use for me. I tried the regular push button because everybody says, "Oh, the push button's easy. You can just push your thumb and let it fly." Well, it's a little hard when you're trying to stick the fishing pole. Here, let me give you a little example. Let's see what I got over here. Well, I have to use my backup because I do have a backup. I just don't like wiring it. But I'll have to use my backup for the second. Come on, unhook. There we go. There we go. It's kind of hard to stick it under the arm and trying to reel when you're hitting your chest. And every time you stick it under there and you're trying to sit there and hit it, you're actually hitting the button and then you're releasing your fish so it takes off even further. So I said, well, you know what? We need to come up with a different idea. I said, well, let me see what it is with an open face. So when I started using an open face, I can flip the back and still hold it against the rod. And when I go to cast, I can release. Well, with an open face, I don't have nothing to worry about hitting stuff or just reeling. So it makes it easier for me to do that. But I did have a doctor come up and say, hey, I got a new invention for you to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I got an extra hand. So if you want to borrow it, I'm more than glad to let you have it.
I remember that. If I ever lose a lamb or something, you know.
Yeah. Next time when you're working on something, go, hey, can you lend me a hand? Well, hold on. I'll call Lefty up and I'll have him bring it over for you.
There you go.
But yeah.
Seems like you got a really good attitude towards it.
You got to. If you don't have the good attitude and the positive to it, it can really get you depressed, and the depression will actually get you really quick. This happened to me when I was 14. So I was still young enough to still have the energy and everything else to be able to carry on doing what I was doing. At the time I was playing baseball, and I ended up losing the arm, and I played the last 2 years of doing baseball. I wasn't able to pitch no more, but I still play first, second, or shortstop or catcher. Either way it went, I could still grab it. And we even had a glove designed to where it would be on my hand like a Velcro on the back, but it was an easy slip-off glove. So if I caught the ball, I could stick it here, pull it off, and grab the ball and chuck it.
Wow, buddy.
Wow.
That's great.
Made it nice.
Heck yeah. Well, you ain't gonna let nothing slow you down. I can tell. That's really good, you know.
No, because if I start having a problem and I start slipping up, I just put a little bit of bull snot on it. It'll clean it up.
Bull snot.
That'll
Bull
do it.
snot.
That'll
Bull
do it.
snot.
See, look, I mean, I got good things that are greasable. I mean, I can sit there and I got plenty of moving parts that I got to sit there and put grease in.
There you go.
And it really does work. I mean, there's no doubt
Now,
about it.
see, look, there's you another new line you can put it in. Amputee prosthetics.
Yeah.
Prosthetics.
Because we can get these wet. They got some that are electronic. This one is not electronic. My last one I had was full electronic. It actually bended the elbow and the hand would move.
Right.
But I couldn't get it wet, and it would only pick up roughly 10 pounds. All right, so they built me a new one. This one's got the strongest elbow in the industry. It will allow me to pick up 126 pounds just off the arm.
Good.
So that way I don't break the elbow. The other one, I broke the elbow in it 3 times picking up toolboxes. It just wasn't meant for it.
Well,
But that one there, it serves its purpose as a counterweight.
There you go. Well,
Because
I'll be sure to use that as good for prosthetic limbs as well when I get back on my radio show Tuesday at 5:06.
Hey, Lefty, you should call into his radio show.
You would be a good cop.
oh, well, I should. I got to get the number for it.
Easy. 1-800-259-1440.
All right,
Just
259-1440.
That's a good memory.
1-800-259-1440. He can remember better than I can, probably.
Yeah, it don't take you 10 years to be able to remember it.
12.
12.
Oh,
We
man.
wrote it on your
Well,
hand.
you gotta remember, it must have been back when he got the frostbite, when it kind of,
Yeah, you
what's
remember
up?
that story? Oh, yeah. My vocal cords froze, my dad said, when we lived up in Minnesota. He got 50 below, and ever since then, they didn't thaw out right, or when they did, I talked like this. I've been made fun of all my life, but I took that and put it in. Well, somebody recognized you for who you are, and all of a sudden they put me on TV. Next thing you know, at least 200 people know you all around the world. So,
That's right. Well,
hey,
it took
Yeah.
us 2 hours to get through dinner tonight because he had to sign so many autographs. I'm like, oh, Lord, have mercy.
But but see, that's the good thing. I mean, you could take a fault. All right, like what happened to me wasn't my fault, but I can take this fault and what I've turned around and used it for. I drive a truck. I drive a manual. I don't drive an automatic. I do drive a stick. I have videos that I have out that people do see. I do drive a manual. I can run heavy equipment. And then, as you can see, I do videos. I catch trucks running up and down the highway. I do videos. And then, I don't let anything slow me down unless it's something I don't know, but I'm willing to learn it. I'm willing to take the time and learn it. And if I ain't able to do it, then hey, here's something I can't do.
yeah.
The only thing I can't do is I can't clap and rub my belly at the same time. It just don't happen.
Well,
But,
Tim, he can't tie a knot in an ant's butt with log chain either.
I told you I could. I learned
I ain't
the
seen
other
it.
day.
I ain't seen it.
This guy never gives up, Lefty. He just stays on
I
there.
know. It keeps you on your toes, don't it?
Like a buck on a dune bug.
It's the only way to keep him awake.
Oh, is that the only
I
time?
got a sleeping disorder. Got me in trouble here a while back. The law come out and said I was delirious, hallucinating, and seeing things because they ain't had no sleep. So they hauled me off to the funny farm for 3 or 4 days. I turned out all right. So, well, that's Mountain Man. He always acts like that. Let him go. So they let me go.
That's just normal. Yeah.
It's a true story. He's got sleep apnea and he needs to get a CPAP machine.
I got to do something about it.
And he hadn't slept in a few days. And when they told me, his brother called me and told me what's going on, I said, well, he's just as normal as could be. He just ain't had no sleep. He's been with me I've been on the road. Golly, man, we was on the road 5 days straight that time.
Oh, I didn't get no sleep.
Good gracious.
They finally got the right psychiatrist in there, and I looked at him, and he said, ain't you on a TV show? Yeah, I'm Mountain Man. He said, can I get a picture with you, a selfie? Said, sure, and an autograph of my friends. Hey, when they did that, I knew they was fixing to let me out. And he knew how I was, and they let me out. But, yeah, I don't know. Things happen, so.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I'm not angry over the situation or nothing.
Yeah, he's not dumb. He's just slow.
There he goes again.
See, he just gets you. Now I know why you two make a good group being together, because he's trying to keep you straight and you just keep picking on him. That's what it is.
Yeah, or vice versa, one or the other.
I just think we both a little touched in the head this morning.
Is that all it is? Just a little bit.
I mean, when we went up to Sioux City, Mountain Man I called him Mountain Dog on that trip. He found bull snot everywhere. We had to stop in the stores. I didn't know they had bull snot. And Tim would go, come over here. Look, there it is. I'm like, dang.
Hey, that's a good thing.
There. That bull been dropping snot off everywhere.
He was a mountain dog. He was on the bull snot.
Hey, that's a good product, though, I'll admit.
And I mean, it's just letting you know that he's like, hey, I'll find it. I'm letting you know your product's out there. We're going to find it.
Using my sniffer, I can sniff that stuff out. Man,
That's why they had him in Louisiana. That's why he was down there sniffing out the ducks.
right? Hey.
No. Here's where the ducks are. In
I
Arkansas.
got some ducks around here now.
Oh yeah, they got some serious ducks over there.
Hey.
I mean, it's hard enough for me to keep Mountain Man focused on work. And he's wanting to get a shotgun out and go hunting. And fishing. I mean, he goes, I used to fish right over here. And
Hey,
you
just wait. You're lucky he ain't brought the old bird shot and say, "Hey, you just drive, I'll shoot."
They used to
Well,
do that.
we don't have to tell him ourselves.
Well, we can't
No, we'll keep that as
If we did do it, we couldn't tell you about it.
I ain't like that no more.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I ain't like that no more.
No.
No, I'm trying to find me a single lady here lately. I've been going too long without a woman, and hunting and fishing's all right, and hanging around knuckleheads like this is okay, but you gotta find a woman. I ain't been on a date in about 4 years, so
He ain't took a bath in 4 years.
that's what that bull snot.
That's bad.
Bull blastable for.
Yeah, he's got blastable. Who needs a bath? It'll work.
No bath. What you doing, dog?
I'm gonna have to make one and put the polo scent in there. Hey,
Polo.
yes, sir. We might get you a girlfriend then.
Well,
All right,
yeah.
I got one for you. I got a lady. Her name is, or actually Terry. Hold on, no, there's another one in here too. But I got my friend Terry. He drives for Valley Transport. He's an owner operator, and he uses your stuff, and he really loves it. And he wants to know, where did you get the name from to come up with bull snot?
Okay, I didn't know if he was talking about Mountain Man, where his name come from.
I ain't bull snot. I bet he called it.
But bear with me. It's actually a pretty simple story. The company started in 2005, so the company's been around a while, and I make the original bull snot product y'all don't know about. The name of my company is actually Brown Ox Ventures. So Brown Ox, that's where you get the bull from.
Yeah.
The original product was a tire mounting lubricant. It actually lowered the friction between the tire and the wheel to zero. So I mean, tires just pop right on. It's also a bead sealant. But because it's based off a million and a half molecular weight polymer, it was very snotty in consistency. You could just about stick your finger in a bucket of it, run around the house, and get back to where you started before the bead would break. Very snotty.
Wow.
So that's the reason you take Brown Ox Ventures, bull, a product that's snotty in consistency, snot, and you get bull snot. And I trademarked it. Bull snot, I still make a lot of bull snot, but I sell it's for business to business. It's not something the general consumer wants or can use.
Yeah. It's more into the commercial and industrial for tires.
Yeah, it's an OEM. I mean, I've got the people that make cars, and because of their names, you're going to know them immediately. I don't have permission from them to use their names, so I can't tell you who they are.
That's fine.
But I can tell you, in the past 10 years, I probably mounted in excess of 400 to 500 million tires. I mean, it's just insane.
Wow. Oh, you ain't either.
Yeah, I am too. I'll joke.
All by yourself?
No. It's computers. I mean, and that's the other thing. Robotics is what mounts tires nowadays. You don't have a guy out in the shop mounting the tires.
I wouldn't say that, because some of us are still old fashioned. We still mount tires.
But you're not making original equipment.
No,
you're not making a new car, a new truck, or anything like that.
No.
This is where it's primarily used. Is for new factory built cars and trucks. That's where it's used.
All right.
And so when I say mount, let me tell you, that's pretty doggone close. There's a bunch of it.
Yeah.
I mean, because 1 gallon of bull snot, the original bull snot, mounts 1,000 tires. It's just crazy how many tires it mounts.
It's just crazy how you come up with something like that to make it, to be able to do that. I mean, to make it one as as stringy as it is and
Yeah.
slimy, and then be able to.
And you want a funny story?
Yeah.
And this is this factual story. I originally sold that product on Amazon for a tire mount lubricant, a 4-ounce tube. Think of it almost like a toothpaste tube.
Mm-hmm.
And I sold it on Amazon, and clearly says what it's for, the whole 9 yards, tire mount lubricant. I had to pull that product from the market because people were buying it off of Amazon, reselling it on eBay as a sex lube.
Oh,
And my attorney says,
wow.
"Oh no, you don't have FDA approval." I
Was
said,
it safe?
yeah, it was safe, but I didn't have FDA
it
approval.
was safe for what it was built for, not for someone else to resell it as something else.
That's so, yeah.
Wow.
So my insurance company and my attorney both says, "Oh, hell no."
No, you didn't take it off the market before we have any issues. Yeah.
So I had to pull it off of Amazon, and I created and it's actually my number one selling product on Amazon. You know, my other products sell a ton more volume, but they're in over 1,000 retailers. On Amazon, my number one selling product is called Mountable. It's a aerosol spray that you use to mount tires. And if you got low profile tires, you know, very expensive tire wheels, like carbon wheels, people use it, and it's neat, no mess, no nothing. You just spray it on there, pop them on, done. And I never advertise that product, and I very rarely ever say anything about it. And I sell a ton. There's a lot of people want them out there on tires. It just is a fact, and I just don't promote it, and it just sells itself. And it's word of mouth. I mean, just like visible, it's word of mouth. When you say it's good, they believe it. If I say it's good, I'm the inventor, I'm the owner of the company. They go,
they're thinking you're just saying that just because you want to sell it. But then you get guys like me, Tony, and Terry, and the rest of us that use it and have used it. And Bubba, I mean, it's like, all right, this is a miracle. This guy needs to get the he needs a golden award for something for creating this, because it's a one of a kind, and it does above and beyond what it actually says it does.
But it was developed for truck drivers, and it was all. And the only reason that product come into
that's what we need to do. I'm gonna have to get with Tony, and I'm gonna have to get with Brian over at Semi Casual. We're gonna have to create a trophy for Bull Snot for winning first place, for making every driver happy with the visible and the shinable and the waxable. We're going to have to get you something. So,
no, hell, I would appreciate it.
Next year, I'm going to come up with something. I'll have something for you.
But you know what's the absolute beauty of all Bull Snot products and everything we've done, and all the marketing and the branding and everybody getting aware of it? Do you know how many people I've paid to help do that? 0. Mountain Man doesn't get paid. He just believes in the products. Tony doesn't get paid. He just believes in the products. All my posse members, Trucker G, Trucker Josh, you know, the whole
I know Trucker G very well.
Yeah, and nobody is
Gerald, me and Gerald, we talk a lot. Yeah, Gerald, I haven't talked to him in the last month, but I mean, we have talked.
He's supposed to be at this. Him and Miss G are supposed to be at this show.
Really?
And and I sent Gerald products, let him evaluate them. I never tell anybody what to think. I just send you the products.
Try it. Tell me what you think. Yeah.
And if you like it, say something nice about it. That's what I always say. You know, I'm gonna give you the product. You try it. If you like it, say something nice. And that's how the posse actually works. And Mountain Man's part of the posse, but nobody gets paid. I mean, I don't do that.
I don't need no money.
And as you can see, I promote you, and I don't ask for nothing.
No, you don't get paid either.
I don't get paid for it, but because I stand behind this product, because I've used this product, and I know how well this product works. That's why I have no problems promoting it, putting it on my page. Hey, guys, I'm telling you, this is awesome stuff. And that's why I wanted you to come on and be able to tell people what your product's about, how to use it properly, and it's the word of mouth.
And the reason I don't spend a lot of money on marketing and to pay people, first, I don't believe when paid advertisement, when somebody's paid to say something nice about something, nobody believes them. It just doesn't work like that. But the other reason I'm trying to keep the cost down to where I don't have to put an obscene price that nobody can afford on the product in order to sell it.
Yeah.
So,
That's
oh,
right.
you praying again?
Oh, no.
You said an enormous price on it, and Mountain Man said, yeah, we can fix that. He's sitting over there going, all right, I got you a free dinner. We'll get you
Mountain Man is
a free product.
Hey, true story.
Hold on, real
Mountain
quick before you do. I got Dave Newland wants to know, do you guys sell the bull snot hats? Do you actually have any type of products like that?
Yeah. At truck shows and on Amazon. Go on Amazon, put in bull snot cap, and you can buy one. I think it's they're $14.95 delivered. If you got Amazon Prime, $14.95 delivered to your house 2 days. They got it in stock, FBA by Amazon. No matter what bull snot product you want, if you can't find it nowhere else, they're all on Amazon and have been forever. So
Dave says, okay, thanks. He knows now where to look for it. And then Terry again.
Fifth Wheel Lube, Amazon, Bomb Guards, some Pilot Flying J's, and Cabela's, Bass Pro, nationwide, and you can also buy it online at Bass Pro and Cabela's.
That's greasable.
For the greasable. That's the Fifth Wheel Lube is greasable.
All right. So that way he knows.
Yep.
See, Terry? Yep. And I mean, that stuff is good. I've used it on my locks out here because from where the rain and everything gets into them. And in wintertime last year, I actually had to beat the lock off because it wouldn't come unfree. And I went out there and sprayed it with the greasable inside the keyhole and in top. I mean, it's as soon as I stick the key in, the key falls right back out of it. I'm going, that's just how slick it is. And it's like, it works great.
And the reason I designed that for the little tube, one, you can use it for the way you just said. But when you dolly down the tractor and you let the air out of the airbags, all I wanted to do was create a 1/4 inch gap between the plate and the trailer so that you could spray it in there and then go around the other side and spray it in the other side. And what that grease does, it self-encapsulates when it's in contact with water. So it protects the grease that's already on your fifth wheel. It enhances it, makes it better, and then it protects
it pushes the water out.
Yeah, it does. And so it's the easiest way in the world to lube your fifth wheel. And it's also for your sliders. You drive a skateboard with the tarp over it.
Yeah.
Put it on all the little wheels. And the ones out there
on a Conestoga. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the sliding rails. Yeah. On a Conestoga.
Combine chains. They use it on combine chains.
PTO shafts. Farmers use the crap out
resist
of
the
it.
dust.
Really?
Stuff. Combine chains.
But it was developed for fifth wheel grease. That is the true reason I developed
Reason for the greasable.
Because truckers would be 20 degrees outside or 20 degrees below outside, and they can stay in their truck. And after they dolly down, then they can let the air out of the airbags, never unhook any of the hoses, make that little 1/4 to 1/2 inch gap, squirt each side of their fifth wheel, get back in the truck, stay warm, inflate their airbags, dolly up, and they're gone. And that if the fifth wheel is not greased when it's freezing outside or you got snow or a little bit of ice on the road, your butt's fixing to be in a ditch if it ain't greased. Because you know as well as anybody that truck puts you right in the ditch.
Oh yeah.
You turn the trailer down.
If you got any type of water, it's frozen, and all it's doing is hitting a barrier. It don't matter how much weight you got; it'll push you or the trailer. The trailer's one of them's gonna give. Well, and usually 9 times out of 10, it's the truck that's going to break loose because the trailer ain't going to give.
Yeah, and that's the reason I developed it, because I was talking to the truckers and they was talking about freezing to death, having to grease their fifth wheel in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And they did not want to unhook their hoses. And that's the reason it took me 4 years to develop it as well, because it is a daunting task to take a real grease, a true grease, and spray it through that little bitty tube, just like you would WD-40.
Yeah.
But after 4 years, I was able to do it. I mean, it's pretty cool. That's another one of my cool products that I fall in love with all my products. If I don't fall in love with it, you'll never see it because I won't put it on the market. Bull snot means VINNE Brown. I just won't do it.
Yeah.
And because I don't want any trucker to ever be unhappy with what I make. I mean, I put so much effort into it because I want everybody to get it and not only be happy, but be exceedingly happy with it. And it's better than they can buy anywhere else. That's the whole goal. And to make everybody's life easier. Just like, I want to do 15 seconds for waxing your truck. That's where wax will come from. I wanted truckers to be able to stay warm in the wintertime and go out and spray their fifth wheel and not have to freeze their butt off.
Yeah. And here's another comment. This is from Scott Granger. Van, I work in the crane industry, and if VCAN can get some stuff, my company might just get it from you, sir. I work at Maximum Crane. We are the largest crane company in the United States.
Tell him to send me a message through to Brown Ox. My personal page is Brown Ox, BROWN and a space OX. Let me up on Facebook, send a message to Brown Ox, or Scott, if you got a piece of paper and a pen, my number is 706-409-0303. Calls me direct.
If not, I'll give it to him. Yeah. I have
706-409-0303. And I'm a Dale Earnhardt fan. I've had this number for 30 years. I go back to the bag phone. And I always used to say, Dale Earnhardt cleans his car with 409. That's where you get the 409-0303. It's vanity number. Well, you could get them back then because nobody had cell phones.
No.
And now I would say, Dale Earnhardt, if he is alive, he'd be using bull snot. Guarantee it. And then I would be almost as proud as Tim using bull snot.
Be real proud.
Let's see. I need
good stuff, though. Good stuff.
Great products for real people.
Well, we'll get you taken care of there, Terry. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. I mean, I can go get you a sticker. We'll get it made that says bull snot, and I'll get you a little spaghetti string strap tank top, and we'll go ahead and take care of you. And then you can wear it around. We'll take care of you. We'll get you a bull snot tank top.
I don't. Other than apparel, only apparel I do is hats, and the reason I don't do all the other apparels, even though I could,
it just costs too much. And buying.
Well, it's more than that. It's I focus. Tell Terry, I promise.
Yeah.
Next year, I will. My second biggest request I get, besides for the product, the bull snot products, is for a female hat. I have some ladies that are looking at making a female or just picking out a female hat for a bull snot, and so we will do female hats next year. I promise. But as far as apparel, all the different sizes and everything else and different taste, I mean, other than wearing bull snot every day myself, and Tim wears bull snot every day, I don't have a taste. I don't have the fashion forward taste to figure out what women want and men want and all that. So I do the best I can, but I'm a chemist, and so being a chemist, you're probably not the most fashion expert in the world.
No. A chemist is the guy that makes everything work very well. That's the first. That ain't no lie. I mean, you got an excellent lineup, 10 products that actually succeed above what your expectation is, and it really does. And I mean, I can't say any more on it. I mean, I'm hooked, and I am hooked. I'm hooked. I'm hooked for life. And like I said, I'll take everything out of my house and clean it out, and it'll only be bull snot underneath the kitchen counter, or in the bathroom, and in my truck, and in the shop. That's all it's going to be.
Well, it's just like this week, I actually did an interview this week with Tom Kirk and Tom Kelly of the TNC Trucker News Network radio.
Mm-hmm.
And it's out of the blue. One of their other radio hosts, Bill, I can't remember his last name. I should, but I can't. But they called me out of the blue. Bill's drives Uber also, and he had a passenger puke in the car, and they were totally inebriated, so they're drunk. Yeah. And he couldn't get the smell out. I mean, the smell was just awful. He's like, And so Tom Kelly remembered talking to me before, and so he called me. He said, "Will this kill vomit?" I said, "It does for police officers. It'll do it for him too."
Yeah.
And so he said, "How'd I get it?" And I told him, go to TA Petro. He picked it up at TA Petro. No, actually, he had to get it off Amazon because they were sold out where he's at in Houston.
Yeah.
And he got it and sprayed it. And the next day they called me and they said, "Can you join us on radio?" And I said, "Sure." It hooked me in. And they did. And Bill was just talking about, he said, "I've never seen anything like that. Something that could kill vomit." And it will. You can throw the stinkiest odor you want to, except ammonia. Ammonia is too short of a molecule. I can't break down something that short.
Yeah.
But anything other than ammonia that's a natural odor, like vomit, pet odors, wet dog, pet urine, human odors, I don't care how bad they are, that somebody ain't taking a bath, they've been driving a truck for 6 months.
He's talking about your mountain man.
Yeah. But you just spray it, and what you see come out is a little cone about this big. That's what you see. If you had a black room and lights to shine in there when you spray it, that cone is actually 8 foot tall. That's what you can't see. What you can see is about this much, but what you can't see, it touches the headliner, all the seats, the carpet, and everything. You don't have to saturate. You just spray inside the car. When you do that, it destroys the odors on a molecular scale. And then if you get it in your vents, like cigarette smoke, it's got a little tube you can stick into it. Turn your air conditioning off, spray it in the vents, turn it back on, put it on recirculate, done.
That's right. Jimmy Houston used it.
Dead rat of all things.
Snake or something crawled up in his van in New Mexico. Jimmy Houston, the fisherman, and he used it that bull snot blast.
Yep.
Put it in that intake down there and got rid of that dead snake smell out.
Jimmy had a truck that was only 6 months old, and he was going to get rid of it. He said, "I'm getting rid of this truck. I don't care." He said, "You cannot get that smell out."
It was bad.
It was bad. Me and Tim were out there fishing.
I don't know what's a worser smell, if it's the dead smell of an animal or someone. And this happened to my brother down in Florida. We were out doing a job, and he left his window down. Well, we were right around the corner from the high school kids. They come through there with it was more like a chocolate, almost like a cold coffee or a frappe.
Yeah.
I mean, but it had that strong smell. Well, they threw it through the window. Instead of it hitting the side window, he had the window down, and they went through and hit his windshield. And then it went down in the vents, down in the dryer. And sitting in the sun for a day because we thought we had it all cleaned up. And then when it actually, when we got it back and we let it sit, it was on the weekend, and it sat in the sun and it baked and baked. Oh, I mean, opening it up was, it was worse than dealing with a dead animal or puke. And it took us 6 months just, spraying Febreze and Fabuloso and pouring it down in it. And this is before this is before we come up with this, but
But
we tried everything. We finally got it to where it smelled decent, to where you couldn't smell
everything you were doing was covering up the odor. You wasn't destroying the odor. See, that's
we were trying to drown it.
I sell at a local O'Reilly's and Advanced Auto in Dalton. And O'Reilly's, they had a dumpster outside the building that stunk to high heaven in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
And I told them about it. They went and sprayed that dumpster down and then put their head in. They said, "I can't believe that." I mean, it really does. It's all my products are really designed to, you got to use them to understand how effective
they work. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's like I said, I'm speechless when it comes to after using the products, because when I got them, I said, "All right, I'm going to take them home. I'm going to try them." And then no sooner did I get back to my truck, and then I had a buddy of mine, Jim Bailey, call me and say, "Hey, what are you doing? I said, I'm down here at the truck show, at Bottomley's truck show. I said, I'm over here talking to Van over at Bull's Night. And I said, we need to, and he goes, you're over at Bull's Night, pick me up everything that he's got. Just grab me one of everything.
Yeah,
All right. And I did. And I went right over there and picked up one can of everything that you had left. And then I sat there and I took it back. And you see, I still have it. But I mean, I have tried, you know, and I told him, I said, I haven't tried the wax because I want him to have his wax. That's his wax. And the polish is his. I haven't touched it. But I did a little bit of the blastable. And that's how I knew it has like a lemon pine smell to it. It smells really good. And then I did a little bit of and I have a can myself of the Tire Buddy, which is the shinable. And I was using it on different things. I'm going, man, this is nice. It's slick, but it's no greasy residue. It's not leaving a film on my hand, but whatever I put it on is nice and smooth.
Okay. Well, we've got two questions here, Lefty.
Yeah, that one there.
The first one's from Frank. Frank, for lime, if you haven't turned it into concrete, it will take lime dust off. Depends on how much lime you're talking about on the windshield. But for just plain old lime, yeah, it'll take it off. You just spray it on there. Give it 15 seconds to lift it up. Now, you've got to give it 15 seconds. But you give it 15 seconds, maybe a little longer for lime because it depends on how thick you have that film on there. But it certainly will take it off. And then the second question is from Charles on protecting polished aluminum. I wished he'd tell me a little bit more about what he's wanting to protect it from. If it's polished aluminum and you just want to protect it, you can use my waxable or you can use the polishable. Either one. If you wash your vehicle, I'd say
that's from Scott. He's wanting to know if you got a product that will actually protect polished aluminum. He just went and had his truck polished, and he's just wanting to know if you got some type of, or if you got like the waxable or maybe the polishable or something you can spray on there and protect it and keep it shining without having to.
Well, yes and no. Reason I wanted to ask that, get clarification. Either one of my products will protect polished aluminum. Now, if you want to clean polished aluminum, use the glass cleaner.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. It's going to make it look great. If you want to protect it from just everything coming and going, the waxable is your best product for that. I mean, because it's a true wax. The polishable is a detail cleaner, which means your truck's kind of got a little dirt on it, but you don't have time to wash it or wax it. Then you spray the polishable on there and wipe it off, and you're gonna get good protection. But it's not a wax. It's basically what your truck shows. You come to a truck show, already washed and waxed your truck. You get to the show, it's got dirt on it and everything else. Spray it on there, wipe it off, mirror finish. Excellent. But it's not a wax. So for water repellency, true water repellency, durability, protecting the paint, you want waxable. I think what Charles is asking about is another project that I'm working on because you guessed it, truckers have been asking for it, and that's aluminum wheels. When you polish aluminum wheels, you want to protect them from salt, magnesium chloride, everything that go through in the wintertime that'll pit your aluminum. I'm working on it, but I really don't have it developed yet because the problem I have with it is it's a two-part system. You use tire butter on the aluminum, then you use part B on top of that. It makes the best film you've ever seen. I don't know how to get it off. And other than polishing your wheels again. And that's important in case you overspray and get it on your paint. So I need to figure out how to get it off your paint before I can sell it for you to put on your aluminum tires or aluminum tires.
I got you.
Until I figured that one out, because it bonds and makes a thermoset polymer is what it's actually making, which means you can't break it back down. And I ain't figured out how to break it back down.
So he's honest. He ain't figured it out. He won't put it out until he does.
Nope.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I figured out how to
we'll let Mountain Man figure that one out.
I'll figure it out. We'll call it mountable or something.
I want to see him draw the chicken wire behind this one.
Mountable.
No, I've already got a name for it. It's called protectable. It's what it's going to be called. But until I can figure out how to take it back off in case you make an accident, I can't release it to the market. And all your traditional stuff you'd normally take stuff off with, it don't touch it. I mean, it really, if you got aluminum wheels, you want to protect them. I got 2 posse members they basically said, devil be damned, they're going to do it anyways, that are going to carry it through this winter and through all the salt, magnesium chloride, everything the wood's going to throw at them, and see if it works. And if it does, that gives me till the middle of next year to figure out how to get it back off as well. Right now, everything I've seen says it works, and it is durable. You can't, when I put the 2-part system together, you can go up there with your fingernail and try to scratch it. You cannot get it off. It just absolutely, you can polish it off with a grinding wheel, but you can't get it off with any normal anything.
Wow.
And I'm not traditional solvents won't take it off either. So it's one of those. It's just like all my other. It's a head scratcher at this point. I'm going, how do I do it? And
they're going to have. Well, it'd be nice to be able to come up with a pad that wouldn't hurt it. You know what I mean? Hurt the rim without having to repolish it, but be able to take that back off. And instead of having a chemical that would take it off, see if you can come up with a brush or a buffing pad or something that would actually take it off.
I'm working on it because, I mean, all jokes aside, every single trucker that talks to me and they present me with a real problem, something that I need to fix for them, I take it to heart. I mean, I'll spend the money. I mean, I spend so much money on research. All these other companies don't spend the money on research. I do. I'm not afraid to invest inordinate amount of money and take 4 or 5 years to figure it out versus just throwing something out on the market that ain't ready. I just won't do it.
I mean, we've seen a lot of that when they what was it, wet tire or tire shine. All that is it's almost like hair oil. It's like, here, we'll grab it. Oh, this looks good. Just spray it on, wipe it off. And then you're covered in it, your hands in it. When you use the spray bottle that they use, it just, I mean, it oozes out every spot. So it's not like, come on, are you using something? Are you using common sense when you built this? Or what you're using?
What they're doing is something a lot of us know how to do. You can tell me to develop something, and I can throw crap together and say this should work, and it's immediately go to market. And when you do that, you're going to have a lot of failures. You're going to have a lot of disappointed customers. And you've got to put it in truckers' hands. It has to go in their hands. They have to apply it the way they're going to apply it. They have to identify the need first. I will never spend one dime on research until somebody tells me what the problem is, because I don't care. If you don't have a problem, I can't solve your problem because you don't have a problem. If you go on the store shelf and buy something that completely satisfies all your needs, then I don't need to develop it because you're already happy. Why would I do that? I don't want to do Me Too products. I want to develop something that's unique, solves a specific problem, and that I guarantee you're going to be happy with when you get it to solve that problem. That's how I develop. And then once the problem's identified, just like the aluminum wheels, they're polished, how to protect them against salt. And I'm going, I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. And so I've been working on that project, over a year now. And the guy called me out of the blues, named Lynn Beershank, and he says, I need this. And I go, then I'll start working on it. And I've had a few more calls since then. But I mean, that's truly the way I develop everything. Is you call me, you tell me what your problem is, and if I think and if I understand what your problem is, and I think I have the ability to address it, I got to work on it.
Yeah.
And there's some problems.
And that's hard to find out of companies because companies don't do that anymore. They don't go and ask the customer what the problem is. Hey, we think of a problem. Let's create a solution, and then tell them, hey, they got their own problem. This is the solution, and people don't realize they even have a problem. And I've seen that too with some of with some people making certain products and go, well, we got a product, so we might as well create a problem so they'll buy this product, knowing that we didn't have a problem to need that product in the first place.
Amen. You're 100% correct. Misty is asking, can I get the smell of skunk spray?
Yeah, can it
Can it get out of
the smell of skunk spray?
It depends on what it is. If it's on a person, no, it absorbs into your pores of your skin. If it's on a car, any kind of like carpet, stuff like that, sure, it should get that smell out. But it all depends. If you're talking about on a dog, it absorbs it just like we do. So if you absorb it into the pores of your skin, I can't penetrate into the pores of your skin in order to get that smell out. It's got to be on something that's synthetic,
like clothes or material or
clothes, carpet, stuff like that. Sure, I can work with that. I can get it. But anything that absorbs, you wear it out.
I spray it on my dog, Bert. If he stinks real bad, it don't hurt him.
No, it ain't gonna hurt him.
He smells a lot better, He does. Old Bert don't mind.
Yeah.
And Frank,
Frank G, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, I know Frank.
Yeah, me and Frank, we talk quite a bit, and I like his answer on that too.
Frank, all of them are American made, with either American or Canadian. I do have to use some Canadian parts in some of the stuff I've done, but nothing outside of the U.S. and Canada. Right now, because of a can size that I have, I do have to make the grease temporarily in Canada.
All right.
And so it's American made component
product, but the can is how it is.
I have to go up to Canada to put it all together.
Yeah, got to keep it out there one way or another.
So,
because I noticed I know the Greasable is 11-ounce can.
Yeah, and that's the reason for it there.
That's the reason. Because I know on your other cans they're all 19 ounces.
Yep.
So they're almost
they're the big can.
Yeah.
And I either had to go with a big can for the greasable, which would make it very, very pricey. That grease, the amount of technology and everything that goes in that grease is just mind-boggling. And I didn't go with the big cans because I didn't think anybody would pay for them because they would be that expensive. But if everybody wants the big cans, guess what? I can bring even that one back in the United States because I can do it here. With my stuff. But I couldn't invest to make that small can here in the U.S.
All right. Yeah, which is understandable because everybody, if you're going to do something, you're going to buy the small can anyways and try it out. And if you really like it, then you're going to want a bigger can.
It goes up. That little can will go a long, 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 long ways.
Yeah.
Because
it don't, like I said, it don't take much. I mean, just a light squirt. Anything more than that, then you got a mess because you really pumped it out of the can.
Yeah, and so, but that's the only exception. But I view Canada like the United States. They're like brothers and sisters. If it's made in Canada, I don't have any issues going back and forth across the border. And they're demanding bull snot in Canada, and bull snot will be in Canada in January. I had to put the top 4 products, the visible, the blastable, the shinable, and the greasable in the French and English, and then register with the country of Canada in order to export. And so all that's done. So January, we're in Canada.
Tell them about the ball bearing and greasable.
Oh, you got to shake it up.
Oh yeah, there's a ball bearing in it. And
ball bearing,
as you can hear,
it's
almost like a can of.
Shake it, everybody shake it, get it mixed up, then use it.
If you don't do that, you're messing up because the reason I want you to shake it up is not exactly the reason you think. When I put the product in can, I had to put the grease
in
first,
layers,
and then I put the valve in, then I put the propellant in, and then I put the cap on and everything else. What that grease is for, or that ball bearing's for, is actually to make the propellant go down in the grease and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, so that you're spraying the grease out with the propellant instead of just the propellant. Because after you spray all that propellant out, you ain't getting the grease out.
Yeah, it's just like a can of spray regular paint. If you ain't
Yeah.
shaking it up, all you're doing is spraying the spray and no paint because it's still sitting in the
That's
bottle
it.
hard. Yeah.
And so anytime you have a product that has a ball bearing in it,
Mhm.
that's the reason. And you do need to shake them.
And then when the can's empty, you can cut the can open and play with the ball bearing.
No.
We could use that in slingshots. See?
That's what I was fishing telling. Do like we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to bust bearings up.
Yeah.
Get
We
bearings.
have all kinds of fun with them. Yeah.
And they get all
of that ball bearing.
about that big.
It is not, but the ball bearing in the
No. Daddy used to get. He worked at Regal Textile Mills, and when the bearings weren't bad, he'd bring them to the house. And we'd take a ball peen hammer, bust them open, and get those bearings out of about like that. The balls, use them in our flips. Go hunt rabbits.
Well, I know we have a mutual friend, and our mutual friend, and I love this man to death, and I love his wife to death, and he's got a comment for you. Well, actually, it's more like a testament for you, but Mr. Trucker G, how you doing tonight? I'm glad you stopped in tonight. Says it don't get no better than bull snot.
That's my brother. He's part of the posse.
Yep.
And Trucker G married above his pay grade though, because he married Miss G. And I tell him all the time.
He married above his pay grade. Is that what?
Yes, sir. Guarantee
it. Hey, Trucker G says now the next thing we need to have is bull snot slingshots.
There you go.
I'm gonna let Tim make those.
There we go. Mountain Man bull snot slingshot. There you
I'll make $1 after all off them ball bearings.
Yeah, you will.
Dang too.
Hey, we can get your brother Bill to make the slingshots.
He can carve them out.
Yeah, his brother is amazing in woodworking.
Nice.
Yes, makes good stuff.
All the talent in the family is with his brother.
Well, we got.
Oh, really?
Family.
He's the one that didn't get left out in the 50 below, right?
Yeah, he was a smart one of the kids. I guess. Hey, I can take it.
But I want to say this. I want to thank Frank G, and I also want to thank Trucker G for stopping in and coming in and joining the show, because this is what I wanted to happen, and now I'm getting the guys that I deal with that I have talked to, and they're now coming out and going, hey, we know this stuff. It's American made. We use it. And there ain't nothing better. There's nothing better than bull snot. And it ain't no lie. I mean, I love this stuff. I really do.
Yeah, and that's what it takes. You have to be authentic. And that's what we strive to do more than anything else at bull snot. Maybe a little coarse, but my posse says it ain't bullshit, it's bull snot.
Bull snot. Yep.
And that's the fact. I mean, that really is. Once you use it, you understand it. I mean,
you understand the quality that's behind that is the product. It's not, oh, hey, I got quality in a can, but the next can ain't going to be the same. No, I mean, every product, and it's the same in every can. It's not, because I got two things visible. And, and I did the stainless steel refrigerator that I have. I did one side with one can, sprayed it down, wiped it down, and I grabbed the other can. And I said, all right, let's see if they're both the same, consistency wise. And I sprayed the other one, did the other side. I mean, it's just, they're both a mirror image. And it was just, I mean, when I could see myself plain as day in that stainless steel, and even though it's a rough stainless steel, and I can see myself in it, that product is beyond anything that I've ever used. And I've used a lot of products because I tried different products to see what I can get out of it for shine or for a wax. And Does that mean I get to put this away and I have to use the Shineable?
It does if you believe mine works better. One thing you'll never hear me do is say any other product's bad. I won't do it.
No, I'm not saying this product is bad. This right here is the ceramic by Renegade, and I use it, and it's the graphite wax, and I have used it, and I mean it did better than I thought it was going to do on my black, which now they actually have a black paint ceramic designed for black paint, which I have not tried, but I've used that and I've seen what that does. But this is good for about 3 weeks, and then you have to re-wax it. It does not keep the shine beyond that point with road grime and everything else. Now this, I will take and I'll do a testament on this. I will sit there and I'll do my whole truck in this. Now that I know how to use it properly, and I'll use it and I'll give it a 30-day test, because I go through some pretty nasty areas. So we will give it a test.
We love challenges like that. That's our favorite challenge right there. Just what you're doing. Don't believe anything we're saying. Try it.
No,
That's what we want you to do.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this the 30-day challenges, because I know what this does. This right here is good for 3 weeks. Yeah. And then I have to sit there and recoat it.
And they're good people at Renegade.
Yes.
They're very good people.
Their stuff is this stuff right. There's a little bottle right here was $20, but it's good stuff. It's worth its money. I will say that it's worth its money. Now, I want to put my mouth behind this, so I want to be able to go out there and do this on my truck, and it passes the 30-day. If it goes 6 weeks, it's already surpassed what I paid for this, and this is half the price.
Yeah, but just try it. Just trust me on this one.
I don't doubt you, because I've used the other products and I've seen for myself, so I have no reason to doubt it. Not one bit.
Wait till you see how easy it is to apply. Like I said, it's my second favorite product.
Well, there's Miss G right there.
There is Miss G.
There is Miss G. She's sitting there talking to Mr. Frank G.
It's only going to be sunny for the next 2 days because Miss G's coming. She brings sunshine to everybody.
Sunshine. I got to kick these boots off.
What?
Right back. These boots on my foot. Got my cowboy boots on.
We'll
come out.
Frank, look forward to it. You'll get to meet old Mountain Man. He got to get his boots off.
Because too long.
He's got fleas. He's got to scratch his feet.
Right.
And as Trucker G, he says he uses it on his Harleys.
And he does.
Like him boots. Look there, got a flag.
There you go. Yep. Now there's a boot.
Those damn things need some blast.
Here, I'll pass it to you. There you go, man. I'll pass it to you. Get it to the screen.
There it is.
I'll send you the blastable. You can go ahead and take care of the boots.
It works on my dog Bart. It'll work on
That'll work on terrorists. Zip Mountain boots.
Right. That boot off.
Oh man.
Oh, there's Trucker G. He does use it on his Harleys. He's set up and had pictures to prove it. And I use it on my Harleys too. So from headlight to tail light, all I use. You don't need to buy them. You know, most people would never tell you. Just the honest to God's truth. You only need one product for a Harley, and unless you got leather saddlebags, and then you get the hideable for it. But for Harleys, headlight to tail light, use the glass cleaner. Don't use anything else, and it'll do your chrome, it'll do your paint. Your plexiglass windshield, everything. Headlight, tail light, one product, visible on Harleys, and never, ever, ever let anybody talk you into putting anything on the sidewalls, any kind of tire shine, anything like that on the sidewalls. you got to have your sidewalls when you go into curves, and anything
Yeah,
that
you don't want to be
interferes-
sliding on those. No.
Yeah, you'll be on your butt. I've been riding forever. Yeah, well, go ahead. But you don't want to use anything on your sidewalls. It's just that simple. So
Yeah.
other than you can use visible on your sidewalls because visible leaves no film. And the novelty of visible is everybody says, well, it repels water, it does this, it does that. No, what it really did,
Uh-huh.
absolutely did, was clean it to like it was brand new. All the films, from cigarette smoke films, from
Yeah.
being in the cab of the truck, somebody smokes,
Yeah.
to road grime, everything else, it makes it crystal clear. And because it's crystal clear, water doesn't have anything to hang on to. So it looks like water beats up in the whole 9 yards, and it looks like your side mirrors beat up, and it looks like it's repelling water. It's not really repelling water. It's just not holding on to it. It just falls off.
It's just, yeah.
And so that
I've used the, like I said, I used the visible in my truck, and I've used it on my windshield, my back windows, because I got a crew cab. And at the very back, I like to ride during the summertime when it's nice. I like to ride with the windows down. So you're getting dirt and grime in the back windows. Sure. You always do. And going back there with glass cleaner, I have to spray it 5 or 6 different times and then have to wipe it down 6, 7 times. And you still get a film, and you still get the residue from where you're thinking, oh, I got it clean. And you can look back and you still got this film where you wiped.
Sure.
Well, I used the visible and I only had to spray it once, and then went in there with a cloth and I wiped it just in a circle. I didn't have a film of a circle. I didn't have no residue. It was just like, all right, this stuff is a dust magnet. It just sucks it right up, takes it right out. And I mean, it makes it clean like it just come out of the factory. I mean, it's just, that's how good this product is.
That's what it's
That's why I want to promote it as much as I can on my show, on my pages. I'm going to have your links. They're going to be pinned up to the top of my page. So that way, if someone wants to get it, they can go to brownsknox.com. They can pull it from there. And
well, hang on. I don't sell directly on my website right yet. There's links on my website to where they can buy it straight on Amazon. It's brownox.com.
Yeah.
There's links, and you can go to bullsnotproducts.com. You can go to bullsnotproduct.com. They're all going to take you the same place. I actually have several websites, but they all take you to brownox.com.
All right.
But anyways, there's links that carry you to Amazon, or links that carry you to Bass Pro or Cabela's. When you click on a product, that's where it goes. What I'm doing is we'll do the first of the year is redesign the website to where you can actually purchase by the case, bull snot in a mix or match. Pick any 12 cans you want. The problem with selling one can is it costs me so much to ship it.
Yeah.
That you can buy it cheaper from Cabela's or Amazon because you're only buying one can. So for me to buy the box, do the labels, ship it by FedEx, ship it to you, because everything has to go by FedEx. Because it's a hazmat, because it's aerosol, whether it's fingernail polish, Pam cooking oil, anything that's aerosol is a hazmat, so it has to go through special shipping, and you can't send it to the post office. So
and it's like a lot of people don't realize your powdered coffee creamer is a hazmat.
It is
flammable. They don't realize it. They're like, no, you ever take grab a spoonful, take a lighter, and strike it. It will ignite. It will burn.
You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
So because of that, if I do it by the case, it's economical. If I don't, if I do one can, it's not. You can buy it cheaper through Amazon. So I'm trying to do the best value for my customers. And so now that I've got enough products where they can pick from one of 10, unless it's Canada, and they can pick, one of 4, but one of 10. You can put together 12 can assortment pretty easy, and it's going to save you money over buying it off Amazon. So everything I'm doing is always trying to figure out how do I service my customers the best that I can and get it to them as cheap as I can.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Frank G said we should try some visible on Trucker G's noggin.
No, you need to use Shinable.
That would work a little better, you know, get a nice little shine to it.
Well, wait a minute. We might be able to use waxable on him.
Hey, we could.
Trucker G is an awesome person who does so much for the trucking industry and trucker community.
And he does a lot with with predators too,
Yep.
which is endangered children. And
I
have seen the videos. I've been on a live or two with him when he's done that, where he's, you know, me talking to him and him going, "Hey, we're going to try this and see how this works." And I mean, it's just wow. And I mean, you wouldn't believe. Well, I mean, you probably would, but I mean, most of the time you wouldn't believe what you see. And Trucker G is laughing out loud.
Well, Trucker G and Miss G are two of the finest people I ever had the pleasure of being able to call friends. I mean, I just love them to death. I'm proud as punch that they are part of the posse and that they support what I'm trying to do with Bull Snot. I mean, they're just wonderful people. That's all I can say. Just wonderful.
Well, hopefully soon I'll be another one to be part of that posse. Hopefully soon.
Well, the posse is pretty full right now. And
well, I know it's pretty full, but I'm not saying right now, but I know I got another year to go.
Yeah, you got to remember with the posse, you become family, and that's the novelty of our posse. Tony Justice is the marshal. Tony's the one who adds everybody to the posse. I don't. I mean, even though I may own the company, Tony and I are fantastically close friends, and we're fishing buddies, and so Tony's the one. I told Tony he's the marshal. I take care of everything under the sun for getting products to whole 9 yards and making sure everybody's communicated with, calling everybody, talking to them. But Tony's the marshal. I let him add everybody, and it works great, and everybody's happy. Yeah. The one thing about our posse that makes it so really unique, I could pull all members of the posse together because I talk to every single one of them and know them so well. Yeah, I pull them all together in one room, and it'd be like one big family reunion. I mean, some of them may or may not have ever met before because Trevor Josh lives up in Canada. Yeah, but you pull them all together, and it'd be just one big family reunion. There's just
it's that type of communication that goes on with everybody.
Yeah, it's a very special group. I mean, and
see, and Trucker G and I mean, we've had we ain't had no issues ourselves. Yeah. No. But we've known other issues that we have been through and we've dealt with.
Yep.
And we've got a bond there. And then he knows things that's going on that I've been through and what's going on at my house.
Tim's already
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
He made a great slushy.
Yeah.
A good slushy.
I did.
And what's crazy, most of the time it's orange. If you didn't find him a sun-kissed orange, you're in trouble. I mean,
there's tons of that around here. Right here where I'm at, there is tons of it.
You liable to lose a limb if you don't get him a sun-kissed orange. And so he's changed to.
Well, if he makes it to semi-casual next year, I'll bring him a case. He can go home with a case.
I'm in, dog.
That's all it took.
And if you want to be his best buddy, bring some crushed ice so he can make him a slushy.
No, I let it freeze up in the freezer.
Oh, is that what you did?
I froze a whole 2-liter jug, and you shake it up, and it forms this icy, like a slush in there. You got to know right when to get it out of the freezer, though, and then you got an icy.
Real quick, Frank G, I know you're leaving. Brother, you have a good night. I will holler at you tomorrow. I'll give you a shout and catch up on some things with you because I know you're getting ready because I know you got your show tomorrow night too. And I'll have another show that's going on tomorrow just like this one. And that's usually the BS, what we call the BS show. It's usually where the normal drivers come in, we sit in here, we talk about what's on our mind, And then after that, we go into the what we call the BS session, which is where we pick on each other and joke, laugh, and make the drivers have a good time. And they laugh and joke and cut up and pick on us too. And then that way they got a good weekend. They actually can go to bed that night with happy thoughts and just being, yeah, like that. Yeah. So we clown around too. It just takes us a little bit because, you know, we got Mountain Man and I got you, and this is the first time I've had you guys on here. But I know I've talked to you several times, and it's just something I wanted to do because I really do like the product, and I wanted you on here to be able to come out and tell everybody how good this product is and where they can get it. Because I got people asking me, where can I find this? Where can I find? And I'm like, I know you can get it at Amazon. I know you can find some of it at Bass Pro. I know. Hey, I know this website. Yeah.
Baumgars, T, Picture, and Trucker G. Hope to get to see you and Miss G tomorrow if y'all can make it down here. We're down here in Searcy, Arkansas. Mountain Man would love to meet you. And it'd be awesome. Make a perfect weekend to be able to see y'all guys.
And then we got Frank G says, good night, brothers and sisters. Keep it going. Trucker G says, good night, Frank. And then we got, let's see. Frank G says, my show's on Tuesdays. You guys are always welcome.
Well, hey, Frank, give me a call.
Give him a call, Frank.
That's
yeah. He does his show, and I watch his show, and I come on there and I'll comment.
What time is Frank's show? Because Mountain Man show's on Tuesdays as well.
His, I believe, is at 9
Central PM.
Yeah, his is 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 Central. He's got a 1-hour radio show.
Yep.
And so can't do, if it's the same time, we can't do that. But any other time on Tuesday we can do.
All right. Yep. Miss G says we are here. And Trucker G says they're already there. So they're there. They're there with you all.
We will both see you in the morning, and you get up to crack of noon every day, but he's going to have to get up a little earlier. We're planning on being there by 10:30 in the morning.
Oh, I get up. I'll be way up ahead of you.
What? Really?
Yeah, he will. He won't be going to sleep. He'll be up.
He's already slept in his interview. The way he's talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's already caught up on his sleep.
I'm good.
But if you get a chance, because I think they're supposed to be at the show, but if you get a chance, talk to, just say hi from Lefty over with Chris and Ashley over there at Diesel Life.
Okay.
And they're also another sponsor of this show.
So it's Chris and
Ashley.
Ashley.
Chris and Ashley, they're the owners of diesellife.com.
I saw them at Mayberry, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
they had
They
those
were where you were at
church.
there by
me.
the stage. If you would have went round past the stage and on the other side, they were right there at the other corner of the building.
I saw them both at Mayberry.
Yeah.
And I'll see them again tomorrow.
Yeah, because they've already when I talked to them last, and I know they said because they were leaving out they had a couple of days, they were trying to get things done at their farm, and they said as soon as they got done, this month was going to be their busiest month. They were headed to Texas, and then I think they were headed to the American Truckers Show. And then there's 2 other shows that they were doing. They said it was just going to be jam-packed. So I ain't been able to get a hold of them. I've been trying to call them and say, hey, what's going on? Just to catch up with them. But they did. Chris invited me to come down and go deep sea fishing with him when they get back, which I said, hey, that's right up my alley. He goes, you don't even have to worry about holding the pole. We'll just stick it in the back of the boat. You just got to crank the handle. So I'm like, well, this makes it even better. Yeah. And then he said if I wanted to go hunting, he's got a place over in Mississippi somewhere, and they do a little hunting during the winter. And he said, well, hey, if you want to come hunting, you can come hunting. I mean, that's just how well these people, you guys and them are all. You're all down to earth. It's not oh, I'm better than you, or I'm higher than you. Why are you even talking to me? No, you guys are down to earth like everybody else is. You guys don't let this go to your head. You guys want to come down, joke, laugh, and be like the rest of everybody else. We're all human. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. What makes it any different? Just that you come up with an invention that works really well that everybody loves. Yep. Me, I drive a truck, but now I do a show, and I want everybody to know what we're promoting. And I want people to know that this show is what it's here for. It is for you guys to come on and talk about whatever's new coming out, or just if you guys want to come on a Saturday and just say, hey, what are you doing? Oh, well, we want to come around and just horse around. All right, come on. And I'll send you another link. We'll come in here and we'll just horse around all day. Yep. Uh-oh. I think he's losing internet. Or it might be me. Well, let me pull him out. It's time for a commercial. Let me go put a commercial on real quick. If you can still hear me, Van, Mary sits there and says, we will see you tomorrow. Trucker G, he sits there and says, I was told Mountain Man is cooking breakfast. Hey, man, if I'd have known that, I would have been there. Didn't know that. I see how you are, Trucker G. Don't tell me. Don't call me and tell me that Mountain Man's cooking breakfast, because I've been there. Yeah, I think he's having a little bit of issues. I think his Wi-Fi is having issues. So, or he's got a phone call. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do a quick commercial and see what happens, and then we'll be right back.
Outsiders. Some call me a renegade, the enemy. Throw your hands up if you feel the same. Oh, living life at the edge. Just say what you want to say or walk away. I'll stand tall when there's hell to pay. Ain't no power higher. We're the outlaws and outsiders. I was born in the dark with a fearless heart and a taste for the other side. I was a crazy ass kid, all the shit I did, I'm amazed that I'm still alive. They thought I'd change with a little bit of age, but you know I never will. Takes too much time to walk a straight line. I don't have time.
Well, that was the commercial. I just seen him. He come back on. Hang on. Yes, sir. Oh, is that what happened? The computer died? Uh-oh. Well, I'm sorry about that.
I didn't have it plugged in because, you had to bring it up here to the front of the house so we could get Tim on because his phone was acting up. So, and I was trying to, Tim was laughing. He said, you said, tell him your computer is dying, and it got cut off before you could say it.
Well, if you want, you can tell everybody good night, and maybe we'll do this again at a later date.
Do that on Facebook?
Yeah, we can do that on Facebook. We can do it on YouTube, either way.
However you want to do it. Do I need to scroll back into your live stream?
What, you want to come back on now, or?
Yeah, we can, man. Tim, we're sitting there.
All right, yeah, you can come back in. Just use that same link and come back in.
All right.
All righty. Well, they're going to come back in because his computer died. That's what happened. So we're going to hit another little video.
Ask me how I did it, I'ma just tell them I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger.
looks like we got him back in. All right. Sorry about the phone. I mean, the laptop dying. I didn't know we were going to kill it already.
Yeah, well, after talking for 2 hours, we killed it.
Yeah, an ice cream sandwich, yo.
Oh, yeah. He had the slushy. Now he's got the ice cream sandwich.
That's the normal routine. Trust me, I've traveled with him too much. If you can't get him a slushy and an ice cream, you just can't stand around.
Worthless.
Wow.
Worthless. It takes that much to get him up to slow speed.
Dang.
Well, Trucker G sat there and said, I heard Mountain Man was cooking breakfast in the morning.
Who lied to you like that?
Well, that's what Trucker G said. That's what he was told.
When Mountain Man cooks breakfast, you eat it at supper time.
What?
His normal speed is slow speed.
Oh,
He's got 2 gears, slow and slower.
yeah, ever get reincarnated and come back or something, it'll be a sloth bear.
Wow.
Oh,
Let's see what Mr. G says. Are the rumors true that Mountain Man is cooking breakfast in the morning?
No.
No, he's not cooking breakfast.
around here, it's a rent house, and I don't know.
We didn't find a grocery store. We've been on the go all stinking day, and we just haven't had time to go to the grocery store. If we did, we would have cooked up some bacon and brought it to Mr. and Miss G in a heartbeat.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and that's two great people right there.
If they want us to find them a biscuit, Trucker G, give me a call in the morning. Give me your orders, and I'll bring you Miss G biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that, Trucker G? He said he'd give him his order. He'll go ahead and get you your biscuit in the morning. You and Mrs. G.
And if
I'll
the
let none of
puppies
them
need
reply.
go more on that too. Because
Yeah.
I know they keep puppies with them.
And Dave Newland says you got to have bacon on it.
Yeah.
Gotta have bacon. Gotta have bacon. This has actually been a really good show, and I really have enjoyed it. I know it's not been as lively as we would like. It's because you guys are new. I'm new to you all, and it's Mountain Man's. It's his persona that's making this a little awkward because when you're around royalty, it's kind of hard to.
Slow motion.
I put new AA batteries in him before I brought him on the show, though.
Did you?
Yeah, because otherwise you'd have thought to use a slow playback.
You'd have thought that's like rewind it, huh?
Oh Lordy.
No, I've been friends with Mountain Man on Facebook for a while. This has actually been nice to actually get to meet you, Mountain Man, and actually I should say Mr. Tim. Hopefully I can catch you at one of the truck shows for the next year. And we can actually hang out and actually have a good time.
That sounds great. I'd love to sit down and just talk to you.
Yeah.
Sure, we'd have some good conversation. Both like hunting and fishing, and we both could put up with people like this guy.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know how he was making fun of you with your slushy, right? Your grape slushy. Well, when I met him, ask him what I had in my hand and I was eating the whole time while we were sitting there talking before it started to rain.
Man.
What do you think? That's lushy.
There you go.
I had me a large, almost about as big as that cup, and it was a large green apple slushy.
Oh, I love them green apples.
Something wrong with both of y'all. I hate green.
Ain't nothing wrong with us. That's good stuff.
Ain't normal.
As Trucker G says real quick, tell you what, he ain't lying. He would do it. Van is as good as gold. So that's from Trucker G. He said, yeah, you would do it in a heartbeat, and he knows it.
He's a good old boy. I just like to pick at him.
Then you got now you seen the white Peterbilt that I had in there in one of the videos that had the orange frame with the flatbed?
I did.
That is Glenn Calais right there. That is his truck that he drives. And that was him saying, damn, breakfast, and I'm hungry too. And then he's got another one, and he goes, it's hard to beat a grape slushy. So I guess there's something wrong with all of us if we're liking it.
Yeah,
Grape's different. Now, grape slushies, I'm with you.
Right.
But green apple,
Oh, you don't like the green apple? Green apple tastes more like a green Jolly Rancher. Yes,
No,
it does.
they're bad too. I hate green apples. Just a flavor I don't like.
They are so good.
Oh, that's a flavor I can't get enough of. And there's other things they've come out with that can get you in trouble that taste like green apple, but
that ain't my flavor.
But we don't promote that on this platform. No, we don't promote drinking on this platform. No. But I will say we got good stuff. But I also have Fabuloso that's green apple, and I like the smell of it too.
Well, we're gonna have to hit the bed before long. So
yes, sir. Like I said, y'all. Yep, and that's the end of those. And Dave Nail, hold on. Glenn says what? I used the bull snot tire butter, and it was completely on how my tires look today. Yeah, I seen a picture of his truck today because he had it cleaned up. He had a funeral for a buddy of his, and he actually used the bull snot tire butter, and the video and the pictures he's got. I mean, it just turned out awesome. I mean, the tires look like brand new. I mean, it's just really done a number on his truck. I'll put them up there and tag bull snot in them. So that way
you lost a friend.
Yeah. And Trucker G says it's great stuff. It is. It really is. I mean, you can't say enough about it. You really can't put it down. I can't find nothing to say bad about this, about any of the products, from the glass cleaner to the greasable to the blastable. There's nothing here that I have tried to find that I cannot say bad about it. It's all good, excellent products.
Well, we worked hard to make that happen, and there's no doubt about it.
And Glenn says thank you, and he appreciated it for the comment that you said. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let these gentlemen go to bed because they got a busy day tomorrow, and he's going to be selling a lot of bull snot tomorrow. So he's going to be having his hands full, and Mountain Man's going to be running around telling stories with everybody.
And selling Mountain Man T-shirts. So if you want a Mountain Man T-shirt, the only way to get one
is to come to the truck show. And that's the American Truckers Show.
American Trucker Jubilee in Searcy, Arkansas. It's across the street from Love's. If you come to Love's travel stop here in Searcy, Arkansas, across the street, kind of catty corner, that's where it's at. Look for the American flag.
Yep.
There you go. Now you know where they'll be. You know where they're at. So if you're running through there, stop in there tomorrow. Just to stop in and say hi and meet Mountain Man.
Free
Mr. Van.
Free autograph, photos. Never charge for a photo.
Nope.
And he's not responsible for damage to any cameras by his appearance.
And on that note, I will say, gentlemen, you have a wonderful night and hope to be talking to y'all soon again.
See you, Lefty. Thanks for having us on the show.
Yep, not a problem. Thank you, sir. And I appreciate it, Mr. Mountain Man, you coming in and joining. And it was really nice. And hopefully I'll get to meet you and we can actually talk and maybe actually do some fishing.
That sounds great, Lefty. Looking forward to it, buddy.
See you, buddy.
Right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Whoop. Well, they were ready to get out of here. So, all right, I'm going to do a couple videos, and this is going to call it for the night. I have another special guest tomorrow night that will be on here. Our show time will be 8 o'clock. I will be here with bells on. And we may even get some guys to come on and we'll talk about the recaps of what was tonight's show and see what y'all learned and what you got. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing how this worked together and fell into place. It's, I'm really thankful for the people that I have met, all the way from Jacob Bonhamley to Troy over at Tri-State, which is part of the Hater Made Mafia. I also want to thank Bubba. It's just a phase. Bubba and I, we talked for a while too. When I get a chance, I got to call Bubba, and I got some things I want to talk to him about. And then, like I said, I am thankful for every one of y'all, like Glenn Clay Jr. meeting up with me that was on a Saturday. I mean, he called me. I mean, I was every bit of a 90 mile an hour trying to catch him to get down there and get a chance to hook up with him and actually see the truck firsthand. And that's where those videos that you see, those are his trucks. And I mean, I'm not saying, but we were trying to keep it under a 90. I don't know, that old kitty under that hood just it didn't like being under 90. It just didn't like it. But yeah. I'm just saying, I mean, the people that I have met through here in this last year I want to thank you all for having my back and being here and joining the show and getting me into contacts with these people, because if it wasn't for y'all, we would have never had this show. I mean, we would have never been able to, you know, I would have met a few of them. But like I said, I want to, Brandon over, that's Cattle Cartel. Thank you for hanging out and having a few minutes with me and talking. And I got to thank Troy for that, because Troy's the one that introduced me to Brian, over to Brandon. And then Brian over at Semi Casual, sitting there talking to him. And that was from Asian Mai from the Asian Mai show. We sat there and talked. When we went back up at Bottomley, hell, I think we sat there for an hour. We were talking with we were talking to Large Car Mafia, and who's the other one? There's another one. I mean, there were so many people I met that day. And when I did, I sat down there and I was talking to Van, and that's how we had our conversation. I was sitting there eating my slushie, and he said, "Hey man, just sit there on the cooler and just sit here and check it out." And then that's what we were doing. We were just sitting there and enjoying it and having a good time. And then we laughed and joking around. And they're good people. These are good people to get in with. And I'm just, you know, and like John Freese, you know, John Freese is a good guy. If you need someone to talk to, I mean, that man right there, it's, hey, what's up, man? Hey, I got an issue. All right, let's talk about it. John Freese is like that. John, I can call him. Same thing with Scott Granger. Same thing with Jim Bailey, Justin Williams. Any of these guys, I can pick up a phone and call. Carla Williams, I can call her. It could be in the dead of night. She'd be sleeping. She'd be like, what is it? How bad is it? What do you need to talk about? I'm like, I don't want to bother you because you no, not a problem. Pick up the phone. That's what every one of these people. Jacob and all them, they're like that. They're down to earth. They will sit here and talk to you, and just like they did, and joke, laugh, cut up with you. It's not a persona that they're putting out like, all right, I gotta act like I'm the super trucker. But no. They're what you see in real life. That's them all the way through. That there's no deviations in what they are. You know, I know some people won't like it. But you know what? I can say the same thing for Gary Jones. I have sat there and talked with Gary Jones and had conversations with him. And that man is down to earth, straight to you. It's just, that's with Not Daddy's Money. He's also got EB1, EB2, which is Executive Business 1 and 2. And then he's got the new one. It's Oh, shoot, now I can't even think of it. And just like the rest of them, any of them, I can sit here and pick up the phone, call them, and they'll talk to you. They're all down to earth. Same thing with Dave Newland. Dave Newland, Dave Newland. Here, I'll show you. I mean, these are people that are leaving comments, like this man right here, like Dave Newland. He's saying hi, John. Dave Newland, and I'll show you. No joke. Where's it at? I got him here somewhere. Yeah. Look, that's Dave Newland. He texts me all the time. He tells me he's telling me how his day's going. I ask him what's going on. I mean, it's just like he sat there and told me when something didn't work on his truck. Something didn't work right. And it caught the lip. All right, that wasn't his fault. I mean, look, I have conversations with these people. I mean, long conversations. My phone is here. My phone is on. I talk to everybody. And just like John Free says right here, this is what it's about. It's about the brotherhood and sisterhood of trucking industry. It's the old school trucking. That's what we are all trying to help each, our brothers and sisters out. That's what and if you guys want help, go check out his videos. Go check him out. He's got a lot of heartfelt stuff that he puts out. The man's got a big heart. That's reason why, and I will say this is why Wayne Campbell has called him the teddy bear, because that man's heart is big as it can be. I mean, some people may not like it, but I did mention Wayne on my show. I don't care. That's done in the past. I'm done and over with whatever that is. I'm willing to sit here and let bygones be bygones. And if you want to call me, call me. I have nothing to hide. I'm here. I'm doing me. I'm doing Left Lane with Lefty. I know Wayne's doing his show, The Driver's Side. More power to you. And I'm glad everything's working out. I really do. And if you all want to say something, I mean, it may not be, but it's still sitting there. Right there. Yeah. You know what? After we've had our words and we've talked on some other things, yeah. That is what it is. What's done is done. We've already gotten past that. We've gotten over it. We've figured out where the issues lie. We found out where the issues lie, and we found out where the problem is, and we eliminated the problem. Plain and simple. So, John, if you want, his number. Right here's the proof in the pudding. So, hey, and if people don't want to talk to me, it is what it is. But I am doing me. And that's Left Lane with Lefty. And it's not just me. It's all you drivers, because every one of y'all matter. Every one of y'all that's sitting here in this column, Dave Newland. Hey, John. John going, hey, Dave. This is the brother and sisterhood right here. And Dave says, I do watch your videos. See? Dave's in, where you at, Dave? You're in Michigan, ain't you? Michigan or Illinois, somewhere in there. Yeah, see, and John's all the way over in Wisconsin. I mean, two different sides of the world. John likes playing in the snow. He's that type of teddy bear. And then you got, and I know on some of my other stuff that I got going out, that I know it's on the others. And I'm sorry if you guys weren't able to put in off the personal pages, because I have sent out this on my two personal pages. And if you were not able to get the comments out, like I said, I did have Left Lane with Lefty. It's on my page. And like I said, I don't ask for nothing. And these guys, and I have no problem backing a product. That's a hell of a product. It is. I'm telling you. I know there's a lot of y'all that do use it, and there's some of you that don't know. This product right here is good stuff. I mean, this is blastable. It's got a like a lime or a lemon scent. I mean, it knocks out any odor that you have. Greasable. I use this on my locks. I use it on my tailgate, my gooseneck balls. I also have it on my fifth wheel. I mean, because I do use my truck for heavy work. I mean, I can't complain about none of this stuff. And they don't leave a film like if you use white lithium grease. No, it looks like white lithium kind of when it comes out. It's more of a gray. But this stuff does not leave that sticky, pasty residue. No, like it sprays. It looks thick. You can actually take a rag and just lightly wipe it. And it's oiled. I mean, it's like you just sprayed it down with regular WD-40, but it's not WD-40. And then like the Shinable, I've used that on some of the products and some of the stuff on my trucks. It works like you would not believe. It's just like, wow. And see, like Dave's in Illinois. All right. He's up there having to deal with that. That man hauls a tanker. That man is a tanker driver. He does anywhere like, what was this? This was last Sunday. He had 7 tankers to do that he was sitting there having to do, and he hauls heavy syrup. I mean, this man does food grade and other grades of tanker. I mean, Dave, we love you. We love you being here. Same thing with you, John. We love you being here. Trucker G, Frank G. Those are 2 great guys that I deal with. I haven't talked to Trucker G in about a month because I'm trying to get myself in the right area where I need to be. And that's why I said we're going to start doing more shows. We're going to have more people on. We're actually going to pull people in like Bull Snot. We're going to start pulling in people like Mountain Man. We're going to do this. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're about. It's about the family and what we can do for trucking. So instead of bothering y'all anymore, and Dave, man, no problems, brother. No problems. I see you on my page. I see you in the groups. I see you on here. You're on here every show that goes down. It don't matter if it's good or bad. You're here every Friday or every Saturday that I do a show. You're here. So I don't have a problem. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you call good friends, good people. Yeah. So as that, I'm going to play the last 2 videos. You're going to see the screen switch because I'm jumping back over to the other banner. Like Dave says, I felt better after the text. You know, it's all it takes is just a little bit. I mean, look at this is what the man drives. He had the brand new International. Brand new truck. Brand new. He got to drive it. Yeah. So, I mean, I talk to these people all the time. And that was Wednesday. Wednesday, he had 6 tankers. I got 6 tankers tonight. Hopefully it goes well and I'll be done. See? I mean, stuff like that. There's the man. Look at there. Look at there. He had to come in and leave his own comment. Mr. Brown Ox sat there and said, Bull Snot, proud brother. That's right. Bull Snot, proud brother. And that's what we're here for. We want these people to shine. We want to get out there and let people know what they have, and this is good stuff. I know, Dave, I know that truck wasn't yours, but that's what you got to drive. I know you drive normally a day cab, but that was nice of you being able to drive that one. I mean, that's what it matters. And we're here to bring up a brother, not taking down. Same thing with a sister. We're not putting drivers down. We're not doing it because, and I will say this, we're not going to bring anybody down here because the reason why we just went through it. It's been exactly a month ago. Sunday will be a month. Saturday or today, well, today's Friday, but Saturday makes it a month from being at the Bottom Loop Truck Show. All right. Sunday we'll make it a month of doing Chucky's funeral. All right, Chucky Harrison. This is why we will not put down a brother, because that man, hey, he's got issues, but there was issues with people putting down a driver. Why you want to do that? Why you want to do this? Why you want to spend that money? It's just a company truck. You don't own it. Why you want to? Don't put someone down if they feel, if that's what makes them feel better, is putting money into that truck and making it look good. Because the old saying used to be, for old school, the pride is in the ride. And if my ride shows how nice it is, it just tells you how good of a driver I am and how well I'll take care of my equipment. It's pride in my ride. I'm proud, and I take pride in what I do for a job. It's the same thing with Chucky. Chucky took pride in what he did. He was a hell of a truck driver, and he took pride in what he drove. So he was willing to spend his own money to put in it. That's why we don't put down drivers, because it got to him, and things didn't end the way it should have been. He should still be here. And a lot of y'all know that. So I'm just saying, we're not, we don't put down a driver. We don't put down a brother. Not happening. At least it won't happen here. Because, I mean, we might joke and pick on each other, but we don't put them down to where next morning we're going, oh my God, did you just see what happened? Did you hear it's on Facebook, or did you hear it's on the news? No. That ain't us. That ain't us. And just like John says, keep doing what we're doing. It's all coming together. We are keeping drivers together. We're bringing them back. Just like John says right here. That's right. We used to put our own money into our trucks that we drove, that we were company trucks. See, back in the day, they used to do the same. John's a veteran. John's been driving close to 44 years. 44 years that man's been on the road driving. Hell, I'm at 24. I'm only half of what that man's known and been through and drove through. But I can say I'm proud of my 24 years. I'm proud. And guess what? Things are changing, because I ain't telling you today, but I might say something tomorrow. But there's things changing, because you're going to start seeing some lives from somewhere else. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. As John says, get back. Just to show our pride, we used to put our names on the truck because we are proud of who we were. Yeah, that's where the names come on the side of the truck. That's where custom numbers. You know, when I worked for the trucking company I worked for in Orlando, Florida, every truck had a character. We had on the hood, mine was the one-armed Michelin Man. That was my character. It was painted on my hood of my truck, of my work truck, my semi. That was done on my truck. It had one arm banded on the door, and it had the Michelin Man on the hood. Sure did, on a T800 Kenworth. Yeah, T800, no big deal. I love the T800. I love the W9s too. I'm not a big fan of driving Peterbilts, but I do love the way Peterbilts look. They do look good. They're just, certain people love Kenworth, certain people love Peterbilts. It's a winner take, however it goes. Yeah, John, I'm proud of who I am and what we do. I'm proud of my brothers and sisters. Yeah, John, we're proud of you. We love what you're doing. We love what's going on, man. We do. We really do. And your videos are doing good. And I told you, you can put them on left lane with a lefty any given time. There's nothing holding back there. Or if you want to, you can slap it on my personal page. I don't care. At least you're getting out there. That's what it's for. And that's what we're all about. And I want to say, Chucky, keep trucking them highways, man. We love you, brother. We miss you. We really do. And it's just like Glenn Clay. He had a good friend tonight, or I guess passed away the last day or two. He went and did the funeral. I mean, I can't pull it up on here, but I will show you this. Let me see. Where's it at? Where's it at? Right here. I know I just had it. Right there. Yeah. Where'd it go? Right there. I mean, look at that. That's that truck. That's his friend on the back. That's what we call the brotherhood. That right there is what you call standing up for a brother. Right there. That's what it is. That's what it is. Right there. That's the brotherhood. Yeah, that's the video of that truck that you see on here that I post. Right there. Look at that thing. That is just an absolutely gorgeous truck with a 14-inch steering wheel. He looks like a monkey swinging around the steering wheel. But yeah, that truck is just an absolute gorgeous truck. And the name of the company is Peterbilt LLC. Huh? Easy name to remember, huh? But that truck's gorgeous. I'm trying to see what your comments are, Jeff. I see you like it. And I'm trying to, yeah, you must be on my actual personal page. I can't see the comments popping up over here. That's the only problem. So I will say this. I love each and every one of y'all. And I'm glad you are here to be with me to go through all this. Because this is a new step, new beginnings. There's no old. It's all new beginnings. I got my friends going with me, and you're all coming with me. We're all going. We're all advancing. And I want to say, Ben Brown, it was nice meeting with you, and it was great talking to you and laughing, joking, cutting up with you and Mountain Man. We just loved it, and people are sitting there saying they loved it. They actually had a good show. I know we had some technical errors in the beginning, which is normal. Like I said, it's just we couldn't help it. His computer died, and we couldn't help it that the certain parts of Mountain Man's phone didn't work in certain areas of the house, which that's fine. That's understandable. We work through it and we keep going. That's what it's about. So I'm done babbling, and I'm going to do a couple of videos, and we will be out of here. But I will say this. I'm trying to figure out where is it at. Here you go. I believe this is the commercial. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Bull Snot. You can go to brownsknocks.com and order from there, or you can go to Amazon. Just look up Bull Snot. This covers everything from your windows to your tire shine. All truckers' needs. Yeah. I was going to get that in there earlier, but we were so busy talking and enjoying everything else that was going on. I didn't get to have the commercial, but we did talk about Bull Snot, and it was presented by. So, there you go. Let me see. I got 2 comments. Let me see what the comments are. Dave Newland says, good night. Yes, sir. Good night, Yep. Good night, sir. You have a wonderful night. Just be easy out there, driver. That's all I got to say is just be easy.
In the front seat, trouble with the curb. Love is in the back seat, singing like a bird. Oh no, take me to the good life. Stranger on the mountain, hanging on your words. Walking in a nightmare, everything is blurred. Oh no, take me to the good times. Motherfuckers just rolled up. Yeah, firecracker, short fuse. I pull the plug out on you like a corkscrew. No limit, no curfew.
I will say this. Every one of these videos that you see that's going on, I have caught personally, done every one of these videos myself. Do them, edit them, put the drivers' companies' names on them, drivers' names if I know them. They're on there. They're on my TikTok. If you go to TikTok, look up Left Lane with Lefty. I'm on TikTok. You can see all the videos. You can see everything that I've done. I got a bunch of other ones on there. Hey, look at her. There's Tyler Baker. What's up, sir? Good to see you. It's a little late. I know you guys are there. I just had VINNE Brown on here. I also had Mountain Man on here. And we just did a 2.5 hour interview with them about bull snot and joking around about fishing, hunting, and Mountain Man. So sorry about that, Tyler. I really am. Let's see. What did John say? John says, may we all be blessed. God shine his glorious grace upon all. You're right, John. He really does. He really does, because, we got to thank him for all this that's going on, for us all meeting. And see, the thing is, we all met off a show. 90% of us met off of another show. And we're all still friends. We're all still communicate. We all still talk. And that's the thing. But like I said, every one of these videos you can find over on TikTok. I've personally shot every one of these videos and done them myself and edited them. It took the hours to edit them and get them done and be able to put them up. That I have done. But I will leave it on this note. Where did it go? That's why. Because I got to go back over here. And I'll leave it on this note right here. This is the one we need. Where's it at? Oop. There it is. I do believe it's right there. Where'd it go? It got moved. There it is. Y'all have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. for Left Lane with Lefty show tomorrow. Alrighty? Good night, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Truck drivers don't talk about how hard it is to walk out the front door, knowing it could be weeks before we see our families again, or how we promise our kids we'll be back when we know there's a chance that we may not. Calling up an old friend to talk about old times, but all they want to talk about is last weekend when you were 1,000 miles away. Working a long 14-hour day, backing in and shutting down. Open up social media just to see family and friends gathering. Makes you feel like life could go on without you. These are the burdens that we bear.